Ababola. Alright, let some people come on here as some people do this. Let you guys formate while I eat my banana and do some goofy things that might get you attracted to come on. We have a really interesting Epicesy segment. So continue. I'm going to let some people tune in and come in. Ababola, Ababola, Ababola. Welcome everybody. This is going to be a really important episode on ANStROMs. And I'm going to just drop the phone on y'all. And coconuts, the quality of ANStROMs, and how God, the creator, the Mother Earth, nature, Gaia, the black sun, whatever you want to say, in the center, that created all things, and how its own fingerprint is on everything, from the banana I showed you, the greens and vegetables, and how it actually gives you life. It's pretty interesting. So in this creation, which we created in our subconscious, in the subconscious made it conscious from the sun. This is why the sun is so important. Stand out, gaze, look directly into the sun while you're grounded. That's how we were created. You didn't come out of your mother's womb with shoes and socks. I hope not. Some people might be, they did have shoes and socks when they came out of their mother's womb. But naturally, I know I came out of my mother's womb with no socks and no shoes. I came out naked. So finding that nakedness or innocence in nature is important. So this is one of the most important segments I've ever done. So I want to say this. Dua, dua, dua. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are so loved. Feel it. Connect. Allow. And see it. Okay? Recognize and remember this. And let it go. Okay? Alright. 1 through 9. Isabella, Lynette, Marie, Luna, my woman, what is going on? That volcano gypsy organic guru is here. And I can't wait to go visit her. We're going to have an awesome, awesome segment. I hope if she's going live, I'll pull you up and, you know, we'll definitely give a shout out. Okay, you're in the group. I'm going to actually go over there and I'm going to watch your live video when you're going live. So if you're going, when you go live, I'll wait a little while and then maybe give a shout out or whatever kind of message you want to give. And you'll see that I pop up. So I'm going to tell you this. I went downtown Columbia, Missouri. Black Sun conducted a Epicesy right here, downtown Mizzou. So check that one out. It's an epic video I did downtown about the Black Sun to the people. I handed it to them straight up. And then we're going to go over here to the Earth's hidden continent, Mount Meru, Magnetism, where it comes from in the Black Sun. So I'm going to play this real quick, and then we're going to go to a couple other really amazing videos. Wait, you see this. Check this out. This is incredible. This is the proof here. Scientifically, the Black Sun is the magnetism that puts electrical energies called angstroms or light into our produce, our fruits, veggies, and nuts. Fruits carries the highest. It's what gives us energy. It's the only thing that activates the brain. Check this out. You ready? Let me make sure, hold on. Let me make sure the volume's all the way up. This will blow your mind. Here we go. Here it goes.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I meant to ask this earlier. You mentioned that the sun is the origin of all. In ancient Egyptian mythology, Amun was one of the first gods to emerge, and from him came Ra. And so Amun is the black sun, and Ra is the white sun.
Ra is the white sun.
So,
correct, exactly. Good point. So, and the black sun is also behind the yellow sun that we see in the sky. That's why when you see those little dots, those little black solar spots, yep, that's actually the black sun, or another black sun, because there are several different archetypes that can be called black suns, okay? The Earth actually has one itself. It's called the dark satellite. So you're actually seeing that, and what that black sun is the diELectric sun. Make no mistake about it, guys. Make no mistake about it. Whatever is black is dielectricity. Okay, whatever is white or golden, Ra, is magnetism. And the black light is resting light. It's the true Christ light, the true Krishna light. That is the true nature of Christ, that black resting light. And its partner, eternal and conjugal, is magnetism, white light. And white light is the parent of electrical light, which is all the 7 colors that are born from white light. And the first 2 are the twins, red and blue.
Okay, so I've already put a link in the description below that shows the science of the black sun and how it gives electrical angstroms or energy in fruits, veggies, and nuts. You can check that out. This is a whole hour and 10 minutes and 3 seconds long. So I posted that already. You can watch the rest of it. We might go back to this, so don't get, forget about that. We also have the Epicesy of Ababola. If you go to that fan page, there's tons of information on the black sun we're doing. We just did a live segment, Epicesy, downtown Columbia, Missouri. Actually did an Epicesy, the legendary Epicesy of how we have the 12 or 33 in our pockets. So we are uploading as well. We've got different things uploading. We've got the plain out Anunnaki creation video, which I hope it works. It may not. The Golden Cubes 3D Earth program, Golden Cubes and 42, the number 42. So that's coming soon to you. We got Professor Arnold Ehret. And let me just read what he said real quick. I had obese patients eliminated from their body as much as 50 to 60 pounds of waste and 10 to 15 pounds alone from the colon, mainly consisting of foreign matter, especially old hardened feces the average so-called healthy person today carries continually with them since childhood, several pounds of never eliminating feces, the good old stool. A day means nothing. A fat and sick person is in fact a living cesspool. And I have a whole write-up on that, on how angstroms are found in the gut flora, and how you want to eat fruit, because fruit cleans and regenerates the bowels. So I'm actually going to post this. I'm going to copy it and post it onto the video you're watching. We also have fruit combining, which has the same write-up, but right there in the link description in this video, it'll take you to this and what fruits you can combine together. I'll just say that it's never like when you squeeze orange juice or something that's citric. It's smartest never to consume that straight. It can that it's very acidic at first on your stomach. So mixing it with like say prickly pears and aloe vera, if you grind that up, or a salad, a green juice, that's one aspect. You can sweeten something. Okay, you can sweeten some greens with it, more acidic things you can sweeten. Okay, you got subacidic like apples, pears, things like that, plums, peaches, apricots. Okay, you can mix with sweet like these. I love these bananas and the papayas and figs and things like that. You've got your more acidic and a subacidic can go together. Melons on their own digest super quickly, and they do not mix with other fruits. So that's kind of the breakdown right there. Read this. This is the most important thing, because someone said, can we at least agree that some fruits and veggies are not alkaline, right? And going off of the Dr. Sebi aspect of things, that would be right, but I have a really good write-up, and I'll read it here, because my belief is, well, they would, but I have to say they are not real fruits and veggies, or even nuts. A fruit is described as a fruit because it carries angstroms, which are only sorts of angstroms, fruits, veggies, and stuff like that, and nuts, which are biophoton energy molecules. It's actually the measurement of light found electrically in food by using the Keulerian photography machine. It shows you how fruits are electrical. Meats are not so much. They have 3,000. Your body, as a human person, if you go and read below this, I show you how much angstroms you need. See, meat has a frequency that's very weak and low. It's 3,000 angstroms. Raw fruits and vegetables that you eat is for your brain, because we're electrical creatures. Our heart bumps, it beats, pumps the blood, and it's electrical to our brain. Our brain pumps the heart, keeps us alive. They work together. the brain is kind of like the sun energy, in a sense. It grabs the sun for your eyes. And the heart is kind of like the inner earth, the black sun. The home is where the heart is. So it's inside the body, and it goes up. And there's 33 degrees to the spine. There's 33 vertebrae going up to the brain. That's the kingdom of heaven. And going down on earth, which is the genitalia in the rectum, the secret spot. Actually, you were born, and you were actually born what they would call the asshole, the rectum. You were born there first. Excuse my language, but that's the reality. Maybe I can show you a diagram. When you're a fetus, one of the first things produced with your brain, just before your brain, is the rectum. You're created first. Let me show you. Okay, this will blow your mind that you're actually, when someone says you're being such an asshole, right? I don't know. You ever heard that? You might have heard that. So someone calls you an asshole. The reality is, when you first form from your what is considered your rectum. You're created, and you kind of are born like this weird shaped creature. There's somewhat of a sperm creature. This becomes your head or your brain. So really, your brain and all that stuff is formed last, and then it goes so up, and that's where your chakra. It's the same thing how a human body works. This is really interesting. And we're going to go say hi to Lynette here in a second. There's your heart and your genitalia. You have different chakras that go up to the brain and your throat. You have different ones, right? They say chakras because these are focal points that goes through your brain, okay? Starting at the genitalia and the rectum, which is the secret spot. The rectum is actually, as is above is below, just like the pineal gland, which is important, that opens up that third eye, okay? The third eye is the pineal gland. It's not evil. It's why they mention the pine cone, okay, is a abbreviation of this, because the pine cone, okay, produces a chemical called DMT. They knew this. In ancient times, they knew a lot of information. It comes from the pine cone tree, which is, develops over hundreds of years. It releases DMT. When you gaze at the sun, it does that. So actually, gazing at the sun decalcifies the pineal gland, the third eye, which is the spirit gland right here. So when you actually sit and meditate, grounded, barefoot to the earth, that is the black sun. I have the black sun here, actually, which is kind of like the tree of life going down, and as is above, as below. Literally, there is an inner earth in the center of the earth that goes down into an upside-down world. And we will talk about that. We've already talked about that on our hashtag Epicesy. We've got lots of videos of the black sun information. So coming back to this, it's interesting how we have these chakras that when we meditate, it goes up to the brain and it goes down. So it goes 33 up and back down. And this is when you have what's called the Kundalini experience. It's when you see the Caduceus. I think that's how you say it. You see the wings and then this serpent snake that goes up and down through it. It's the Medic symbol with the the Hermetic belief system. That's why it's so important with Hermes. This is your balance between both. You become one, or singularity. Okay, and we're going to have more on all of this, but I really just wanted to show you guys how this all connects when you say, oh, being born in general, the generalization of this little worm-looking creature that we become. We started out as right here, I'll just do another one, and we kind of looked like a little reptilian creature, okay, and where we started actually becomes your butthole, the rectum. This is your secret spot, is the rectum. And your brain is actually developed kind of more last, and then your heart starts beating, and that is when you're alive. It's very interesting stuff. We will read all this. I wanted to take you to an interesting website as well. And check out our moringa. The final production is optimum quality and value. Moringa K, the science chart. This is the beauty of this. If you look up Divine 12 chart, which I'll have below, I think I already do in the description, we don't use no chemicals, drying process, no pesticides, no additives, no coloring agents, no preservatives, no growth agents, no pesticides, no GMO. I'm taking some time out because I have in the day. I appreciate everybody's support. I've been doing orders. I don't really consider them orders. I call them miracle packages. And I love that you guys have helped me over the years, and you're keeping me busy now. I'm going to go into quality of organic fruit and things that are not organic or not good, such as coconut and things like that, like this coconut here. You see, when you have a raw organic coconut that's live, they call it live or raw, you'll have it more meaty. That coconut will be actually meaty, okay? And when I see these conventional ones, let me see, I got a whole bowl of them here. Okay, see these coconuts? Okay, now they're conventional. This is what I wrote up. It says 4261. You may get this in the stores. You'll see it says coconut. Okay, brown, used for sweet, flaky meat. It's eaten, baked goods. So anything with the 4 is granule. Okay, and that means it's granule fed. The fertilizer are granules, which are chemical fertilizers, or even Miracle-Gro. So if you see certified organic, doesn't necessarily mean it's organically grown. The 4 implies it's been conventionally grown. If your soil consumes chemicals, you consume chemicals because it is consuming what the soil consumes. So I can break this open and show you how there's the coconut water. Is it going to do your body any benefit? No. This is no electrical energy. I would say the best thing for you is get organic live coconut. If you have an Asian store, if you can get out of America, is number 1, where the soil is good. We are depleted in iron, B12, and a lot of minerals. You know, so there's not carbon, there's not energy flowing electrically or grounded. It's kind of the cause of effect for all of the way we live our life. And I've broken that down. I will show you. And I actually, when I was at this food bank, I was trying to see, you know, how it was determined. They were almost just really giving me scrutiny and giving me a hard time because I said I was a plant-based eater or, you know, vegan. She said, do you eat this? Do you eat that? And she tried to give me a bunch of waffles and then said, hey, you know, how about fish? Or, you know, and I was like, no, we don't eat, you know, fish even. So it confused her. I said I don't eat animals. So, you know, that's how it is. Told Lynette here about the post, ANStROMs in the food. And, let's see. Okay, this post didn't get posted. They didn't allow me to post it. Let's see what I said. Waiting for her to go live. I don't think she's gone live yet. I don't know if she's on here, but she's preparing. So this is what I had told Lynette. Yes, if you can't get out of the established white devil matrix demiurge, I'm going to start calling it that, the white demiurge devil matrix establishment, while you can, that seems to be the best solution known. Even if you seem to or can't, or your nation won't allow you out, run, flee to the mountains, back to Eden. Mount Meru is close. Just go and row a boat, even if you must. It is your survival, and it is worth it to thrive off Mother Earth, nature. When the soil is corrupt and the air is polluted and not fit for human consumption and breathability, then it is time to run as far away as you can. Read my latest on if good, or it says it's supposed to be if food doesn't have angstroms, then it isn't real food. That will do anything good for the body. Going live on this soon. Hope you come along. So I thought I'd read that because it also didn't post, so I couldn't copy it. So it's actually in this video. That's what I told her earlier. So this has got the combination, and it has the write-up here, which, let's see, she hasn't gone live. So there's that one. Oh, and then, so that was a reply from my good close friend Chantel, Queen Chantel, and she's so cool. We're going to show you some of her recipes. She's got a lot of great information, and she's going to be doing a Jamaican juice bar soon, so we love her for all that she does. And she said something about knowing that the food is not alkaline, and I kind of gave her a hard time, and she gave me a hard time. We love going back and forth. I said beating her with the carrot and beets, I'm not mad or upset, because she thought something about spinach and cauliflower and broccoli is not good. We had a write-up about Dr. Sebi, who talked about this, how a lot of the stuff is hybridized. I said, glad to not be consuming dairy or eggs or animal, dead, bloody, bacteria-ridden animals. I feel so great. I didn't even eat like gluten. No cereal, no bread. I feel amazing. No eggs, no bacon in the morning, no dairy. I feel incredible, full of energy. I feel vibrant. I feel just healthier, happier than I've ever felt in my life. So, you know, I would say that I could never go back. That's why the woman, she's trying to give me the free, fish and different meats, or even at the end, the strudels, the donuts. I couldn't eat it. It would make me feel so shitty and bloated. There's just no way. So the best thing to do, prevent diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, atherosclerosis, heart disease, you name it. Stop clogging your brain. See, because again, I'm about to break it down for you like I've never broke it down. Let me show you. So I'm going to read this, and I hope you stick around, because this is a thought profess that's out of this world. I really took my time to put it together. I hope you listen, because this is going to tie in hopefully with Lynette, and let me think. I want to show you this earth vibration website. So like I was saying, grounding is really important too, because of the electrical things you eat if they're organic. Maybe not this coconut when it's supposed to be meaty. When it's really organic from Mother Earth, Aurora Borealis created it. A lot of altercations in these things. Everything's out life. There's nothing dead in this realm, in this matrix. So knowing and understanding that, but also knowing there is a thing called quality. So quality comes from minerals, the amount and the quality of minerals, the absorption of carbon, B12, iron, and copper, which activate the brain to make you operate in your whole body function. Guts, no fear. Guts, no fear. Remember, allow it. Feel it. Visualize what you want, what you need. Visualize the sun and gazing and being out in nature. Peace with the animals, lions and bears and tigers and bees and all of creation. When you connect with that nature, you don't have to worry, dare I say, about it. I'm not trying to brag or anything like that, but if we were out in the wild, we are one part with that. So if you connect with that, the animals reflect your nature. So if you have good nature with the animals and you're grounded, there will be no harming of one another. They're reflecting themselves killing other animals and eating other animals because we are doing that. So they are reflecting us, an instant reflection of us, the gods and the creators. We are the small gods on this planet. So that's the way to look at this. So I said glad to not be consuming those things. We eat dairy and eggs. I said I hardly even eat bread or gluten anymore, but sometimes I do. I consume a lot of moringa. They tested my blood, and I wanted to live say this again. Did this in Tennessee. Now we're doing it here. My protein levels, iron, calcium, you name it, it's all good. You wouldn't, if you're not healthy, first of all, you cannot give plasma. It's plasma, excuse me. And I'm giving moringa plasma, which is kind of like the most nutritional plasma. So, they should be paying a lot more money. And anybody that takes moringa, you got really good plasma. And I can tell you that I've been taking it for many, 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 many years now. So that's a fact. Yes, moringa will make healthy plasma and blood platelet cells. I have an article where I wrote that blood platelet levels increase when you consume moringa or moringa tea. So it's amazing. Again, I appreciate everybody that's been supporting our moringa queen, the moringa kingdom, the king moringa produce. I consumed tons of moringa. They tested my blood. It was so perfect. They were shocked. Yes, healthy plasma. Did I tell you about that? Couldn't believe it. So it was cool. I said it isn't dead animal that is, this is what Missouri offers, and a lot of people state to state have this problem, until you go to Central America where the food's natural, heirloom, organic. That's the only thing CB doesn't like about most Western and European foods is the fake foods that are hybridized. He would also say moringa is bad because it's hybridized, and he would be 100% correct. I did a video with him in it, and I talked about that, clarified what he meant about moringa being bad, and how I explained he was talking about conventional hybridized moringa, and he knew moringa was a miracle. He used that, soursop, and cannabis. We're on the same we're on the same page as far as it being electrical foods. We've been talking about this for a long time. Is this going to be electrical? Maybe not, because it's not organic. It wasn't grown, neglected, and wildcrafted. I'm going to explain how we can actually prove this through electrical biophotonic. It's called Kirlian aura. The Kirlian aura of an orange. Look at that. It's vibrant. Look at a butterfly. It's alive. A leaf. All things are electrical. This is called the toroidal electromagnetic pulse, a diELectric energy. And I'm going to go back to that video. And then after that video, I'm going to read this from the Earth Song Farm. Is the energy off of food? is this. I'm going to kind of scroll down. If you want to pause it, you can read it. It's electromagnetic energy. The food is transferred in your body. It's into cells. Consider the nutrients in food is not our actual nourishment. The true substance of life is the life force in the food itself. The most intense life-enhancing energy are those that come from plants and trees. It's about energy. In this day and age of super space fuels, atomic power, hydrogen, alternative energies, things like that. I'm going to read, we'll read on. I want to grab this and just show you that. Yeah, don't forget to add me if you can. Well, actually, I got 2 friends. They can add me. I got 2 slots. If you want to be my friend, add me now while you can. I'd love it. That would be cool. And Lynette, let's see what she's up to. I hope she catches me. Let's see if we can catch her. Come on. Oh, man. Let's see. And Lynette, she is doing a retreat in Fiji. And catch her while you can. Maybe you'll be able to go to that. Let's check my video. We got 88% on Earthman's 7 spiritual girlfriends later. Okay, that's a great one, so that's coming soon. You can check that video out. I actually had 2 videos that they've removed from Vimeo, 233 videos of mine removed, called Plodinar, the most important special message ever, was at 4%. It's a big one. This is an amazing, can't wait to get these 2 legendary classic films out that I've worked on for months, and they were backed up. Vimeo removed all and disabled all my accounts permanently due to a message of truth like the black sun. Remember, the truth is God, or 10 or 1, which is actually 0 too, the 0 to 1. That's your binary 0, 1, 0, 1, because that's all life, pretty much. It's death to 1, because 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, back to 1, or 10, which is the black sun. Okay, the black sun to the sun would be like saying 1 to 9. Okay, and so death is like the aurora borealis or the inner earth. We haven't gotten there. It's death. We have not gone to the flip side. Some of us have tapped into it because we're meditated and grounded. You can connect with Shambhala or heaven or earth, nirvana. I've been there. I know what's about to come. I've seen the whole story pan out, and Black Sun's told me to tell the world that what we are doing and living is corrupt. It's a broken system, and there is a better way. And that's my whole life, divinity and purpose. Is the black sun, Ababola, 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 the black sun baby, the Kazweh. And so that is what I'm about. So the final video premise or premiere or Plodinar webinar promise, Yahushua's realism. Reality is that there are 3 hours of possibility, the best video I've ever had on the new paradigm in sustainable permaculture, which we're about to have either way in the Great Reset, without overthrowing the government, but just built a better system that actually works, that isn't broken. These 2 films are a must-watch, change your perspective. And the other film I'm talking about is What in the Woe is Quality, which I don't have it. They kicked that one off, but here is a kind of a little picture of it. Let's see if I can find the other one. Oh no. Did Lynette go live or did she jump off? I don't know. I think she was going live and then, yeah. So it's quality. What in the world is quality? Okay. And there was a write-up on it, a video. Let's see if this is recent. I don't know. I'll just have to refresh that. This is the Dr. Sebi video. If you look up Dr. Sebi explanation of what he meant about moringa from plot palm trees, you can watch this video. Yeah, about almost 700 views. It's really hard, you know, when I get views, these are raw views and people watch them all the way through. So if you want me to promote to real health conscious people, individuals, you got a product, a business, you're doing urban gardening, farming, superfoods, anything about moringa science, I'd love to support you. I'm not like most businesses or whatever. I don't really consider myself a businessman at all. Just like I don't consider myself a vegan or a flat earther. I'm a thought professor, okay? And what I mean by a thought professor is that I thought profess ideas. I don't believe in man-made titles or labels. I don't believe, yes, it does say beliefs, by the way. Believes and beliefs. I don't believe in man-made titles, words, man-made, what else? Labels, titles, words. That's it. Semantics. Anything man-made that puts you in a box to be something specific. I am not. I'm a human being, at the very, least, a human sapien, a homo sapien. male and female. We are them, God. We are one with God. We are God. Elohim, Israel. We are the demiurge creators. Through our subconscious, we created this whole matrix. Whether you believe that, you've just forgotten. You are the creator. You created all this. So you can tap into that and alter it. This is why they want you to bow down to something they created, which they are gods, and they have every right to write a book on how you bow down to something that they created. You are actually that creator in the inner earth, and whether you believe me or not, you're going to see me on the flip side, and we will all be there, and it'll be great. I talked about this. I'm going to show you this little video clip about how they treated me in the food bank, and major shout out to anyone who's at the food bank who volunteers for that. I love you. I love all people. Some people fall short, and they do things that they don't mean. They judge or condemn others, and, you know, it's just an immaturity that's on the ground chakra level or whatever. You're operating on the carnal, physical level, the genitals, more about physical appearances and things like that. When you elevate and ascend to a higher frequency or brain mental capacity, you actually begin to see things in a different light. And eating these electrical foods like an apple off the tree, that will activate this pineal gland and moringa. Moringa is kind of the neat thing we're God sent in that regard, because we are going to call out people, and, well, not that, just more of the corruption which we've created in our own matrix demiurge. Okay, it's like this. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story. This cactus was in a tote, and as I was moving, I was in the Smoky Mountains. You know, I was moving out of Tennessee, and, you know, just traveling, and this guy had been in a box, a tote, for over a year. And not only did it not die without sunlight or anything, it was in a tote, a dark tote. It could not breathe, nothing like that. This sucker literally grew a whole other, I'm going to pull it up over here. It grew a whole other paddle. It's beginning to grow a whole paddle. I don't know if I can focus in on that. It was yesterday. That shows you the power of how, you know, that the Aurora Borealis energy, the green energy, is capable of so much that it didn't have any water, just air. Air is God. It's the power of air. Water is healing. Healing water is water. Okay? The green energy that comes from the black sun, it comes from the Aurora Borealis. It's kind of like the ooze, that life serum or sperm of the black sun. Literally life, just pouring that green chlorophyll energy that makes things life energy that we consume. So in a sense, we created the green around us, not to be destroyed, but to be consumed, to give us life, to be grounded to. Like I said, you were not born in your mother's womb and came out with socks and shoes, or even shirts and a hat or clothing. You were born naked. And just as you were naked, you will return naked. And nothing of this stuff that, you know, we have around us, these physical alignments and things, you know, that we have, will come with us to Shambhala, or the inner earth, or death. Death is not to be feared. It should be embraced. It should be loved. For death comes new beginning and a resurrection into real life. Now I'm going to show you. This was my video that they won't let me post. Aloha, everybody. This is awesome. This is some of the good stuff that you can pull up at the food bank, which everybody's eligible for. As you know, times are difficult today in the United States, and that's where you can get some free goodies. And this is where I'd suggest anything organic. Don't worry. The meat section, you know, when you pull in there, they might make you feel weird for, you know, denying any meat, but do not worry about it. That's the tone that they should be setting, and that will be the great day that we worry not. When everybody is more of a plant-based eater, which that's where a lot of people are creating scrutiny, because there are people who are wanting bananas, fruits, veggies, and nuts. And when you see everybody is unhealthy in these conditions, I think everybody is turning to more of a plant-based diet. We're getting better in the Western world, and that should be the only thing we would be working on. We should be able to drive down the street, and then there's the soursop guy, there's the urban gardens, and everybody should be getting free food in the United States. That will be a perfect day. On the flip side of reality in Mount Meru. So that's the reality I envisioned that. that there's going to be a great reset. I've already told you my vision that I saw the black sun remove all of this world, which would be physically almost impossible for us to do. Is they're building more, they're showing themselves their true colors, that they're not connected or grounded to the Mother Earth. If they were, they would stop building because it's all going to be removed anyway. If they listened to me, they would see that that's about to be what happens. So all this will be removed, and we will be in the inner Earth will become one with this world. That's why there's two sides of Earth. That's why they say we're on a spinning ball. The toroidal field, the gravity, or the diELectric energy, magnetic electro energy, comes from the inner Earth. This is something they're hiding. Just about all the elites I talk to, Knights Templar, 33rd degree, Royal Elites, Caesar, all these people, I know them. I'm friends with many of them. They know this, and they hate that I'm telling the world because I'm actually a slave, peasant, simpleton who figured it out. Okay, just like Tesla. Tesla was a very poor Serbian man. He figured out the diELectric toroidal energy as well. That's part of the reason why they left him penniless with a pigeon, because he was connected to Mother Earth. He was a very electrical type of personality. They made up a lot of stories about him. You know, regardless, don't listen to no man about any other man. Just listen to yourself and live out the land. Gaze and ground on the black sun, the sun behind the sun, as we just watched that video. I got to put this in the video that we're currently watching. Let me see. Which one is this? I don't know if it even copied it. We'll take this post. Oh, no, I already had this post. Let's take this post, and we're going to copy it. I'm going to read the Earth one, and I'll leave you guys with... So check this video out as well if you're just watching now and tuned in. There's some really good gold nuggets of information. I'm going to post that here. So there you go. You guys can have that. Let me see. Okay, well, there was also a post that they didn't post or allow to... The internet's kind of lagging, maybe because of these uploads. I don't know. But my write-up in Instagram for that video you just saw, I had this picture, okay, and let me see if it will. Very beautiful people and friends that I have on my list. Love you all. So there's that. Food combining. Yes, don't forget. Thank you so much for all the sales in the moringa. Yeah, I told her I can eat whatever I want. I have the power of the black sun and moringa cane. That's another cool thing is the diELectric energy. If you grab it from the black sun, you can pray over your food. That's why Christians pray over their food. When you have visual thought that like 5G, 4G, Wi-Fi, all this stuff cannot harm you. You gaze and you're grounded. You're doing the best you can do as a, you could say, good Christian, okay? A righteous individual, a holy person, a holy God beyond that you are, okay? So when you ground and you gaze at the sun, it's like actually giving your adherence to God. It's actually worshiping God. It's giving him, credence, okay, if you will, to, the divine creator, which is you. And that's the amazing thing. A lot of people can't grasp that. That is a bit difficult to grasp. Check out my Western Women article on expression of Western cave women and my view on what women's rights are in this video. It gets pretty enhanced. I'm a very fair and balanced man. You'll begin to see that. I don't care what people think of me, so don't think you can hold some sort of a discrepancy, peer pressure, dogma, and some bias on me, because it won't work. You're not going to be able to give me scrutiny or make me feel bad. I'm a thought professor. I thought profess. You can't put me in a box. You can't label me. I'm very unique because I'm God beyond. That is what you can call me. You're not going to call me that, but I am God, okay? One with God. One in one with God. That's what you all are. You just forgotten, and I'm taking the credit and credence to being the black sun. I am the I am. I am the black sun above, okay? Well, I guess we're going to play this again because I'm going to go do something real quick. And again, like I said, do not forget to check this one out. This is the Justice System Explained video. That's a cool one too. Let me ring the bell. I don't know how many times on this one. This was a cool one. Oh, it won't play because I got this right up over here. But yeah, check that one out too. And also look at the Epicesy downtown Columbia, Missouri. or this fan page. This is where all this is going to be at. They removed 6 of my Facebook accounts because of my videos. So I've had to create an Epicesy of Ababola fan page. I meticulously did this through a friend. And so you invite your friends here. It's so cool because I'm going to have all those crazy Epicesy videos, which people think I'm crazy anyway, you know, about life. Here it is, this one, of downtown replay, Black Sun Goes Downtown Mizzou, divine video segment, where we go downtown and I communicated to everybody the actual Epicesy. Check us out on Trustpilot. Type in Moringa Queen. We got 14 reviews, 5 out of 5 stars. We actually got thousands of reviews. If you go to our review page, get ready because we're having a full-fledged Anu Militia, Sumerian Aryan story. When I actually read the Anu Militia and the Cosmic Egg thing, the Sumerian Aryan text, cuneiforms, the Bible myth, the Book of the Dead, that's when I pretty much lost my faith completely. When I began to see the correlations and the divinity of how the Bible has all of its stories pretty much plagiarized, and the dates and times show that they were before many thousands, some 800 years, 1,000 years before the Bible was even created. There's way too much evidence. I wish I could believe the Bible at this point. Even if God himself came down here, that would probably be the only thing. It would make me believe that Caesar didn't create Jesus, that 500 years ago they couldn't have created this story, and that I know there is no connection with Jesus per se. There is a connection that you can create in your head. Anything you create in your head, I believe in this man, and he was a Messiah. Well, that's you, but say you create it. So you're giving your power to a middleman. Let's call him Jesus or Yahushua. Okay, Yahushua is the Son, no matter what. He's anthropomorphized into this man in a story, myth, allegorically designed. People want to say, oh no, he was historically existed. It's just like every other myth and sun god that's ever lived. There may have even been a man that existed that was like him or him in general, like Buddha or Krishna or Jesus or Muhammad. It doesn't matter or pertain to this life because he doesn't exist now, and it's not actually going to change your life, or does not actually affect your realization matrix right this second. Okay, because I let go of God 2 years ago, not 200 years ago, 2 years ago. My life has become fuller, more happy, more at peace. I'm more serene. I'm healthier. My skin is healthier. I just feel overall a greater homeostasis, and that's my experience, which I can have. I have the choice to make to decide these things, which after that, like I said, the connection to the Black Sun is not demonic. There is no demon or devil. Who even told you any of that, right? Anything that has been told to you by man is a creation of man. So what do you know? Have you seen a devil imp, in red, dressed up in red? Lucifer, Satan. There's bad things that happen in our life. It's not contributed to some entity other than what is in your head. There is negative static, which you can create. But like I said, have guts, no fear. Guts, no fear. Guts, no fear. Again, allow that diELectric energy in that creates everything. Makes your heart beat. Connect with that. That is the heart, is where the home is. Home is where the heart is. It's interchangeable. Earth, you take the H and move it over, is heart. Right? So heart is where the home is. This is not me teaching anyone. I'm not a professor or a guru, or I'm not a preacher, a minister, whatever. If anything, I'm a prophet. If there's any word, a God prophet. I'm God, one with man, man God, and enlightened. Why? Because I go out and I gaze at the sun. That's where all the information in this world is. The Creator. If that sun disappeared today, we would have no light. We would have no life. Everything would die. These fruits and veggies would not grow. You wouldn't have any life. We have a little garden in the back that doesn't get any sun. The plants grow, but they don't produce anything. So what do? You have to move it to the front where the sun is. It's identical to us. Look at us like, and I got a book on survival a guy wrote, and he shows us as a picture diagram of a carrot. We're like a carrot that has sprung out of the ground, developed legs, and have consciously been walking around creating things. We're like little gods on our feet that have, moved around. Well, we are the most valued creatures, just like every animal. There is no food chain, and there's no top of the food chain. We are all one with every creature. Oceans, rivers, everything, trees, all nature is one with God. That is us in the inner earth. Mount Meru, Shambhala, there's different words. The nameless one, God, okay? There's all kinds of different stuff. And no, God is real, Laverne. There's absolutely no doubt. God is 100% real. There is a creator maker of this universe. What I don't believe, and I know that does not exist, is the allegorical story that man designed. The God of the Bible is not it's not a real depiction other than the depiction of what we can see out here in nature. Like there was said, the sun, the stars, and the moon is the only truth on this planet. One way or another, there's no doubt. This is why people get me misconstrued, especially Christians, and they'll say, oh, well, my message is demonic, I'm evil, I'm satanic, and this is where, you know, I just have to turn off to that, to those individuals, and I can only speak to people that are honest, open, and willing for this message right now. Okay, I'm coming. So I'm going to leave you with this video over here. We got Lynette live and going. Absolutely, I believe that, like I said, the healer, maker, creator is in the inner earth. The aurora borealis created everything. There's physical things, is what I'm saying, that actually did create things, is what I'm saying. There's a black inner hole, inner earth. We know that now. You can connect with it. You can see it. They're hiding it from us. So then they make a story. They did this in the Book of the Dead, the Sumerian Aryan cuneiform, for thousands and millennia, tens and hundreds of thousands of years. They've written stories to keep man in fear, to divide us and conquer us. Oh, you're a Muslim, you were in Islam. Allah's your God, this is your God, this is your God. All those gods are the same God when you look at the symbolism. And see, they're the ones who create the symbolism. They're the ones who write the books, the stories. They revise the story to fit with the culture. I already know this. I've read all of it. I'm very read and educated on it. I don't really care what anybody thinks about it. At this point, I've unlearned by stepping back, and I've relearned and by looking at, and without bias, without dogma that I was taught in Sunday school, in my belief system, indoctrination. I taught the Bible for 20 years. I've read it front to back. I read it and taught it in Paleo Hebrew. I had the strongest faith. I believed in it. There's no doubt about it. I absolutely 100% believed it. I'm not going to go into that because I've already talked about that in other videos. The great thing is today now I can put my thinking cap on, my human responsibility, and actually help save lives through my information and through my subconscious, by connecting with and grounding with the true creator of the universe. I now know who the real creator is. I have seen the creator. I know God exists. Absolutely. No doubt about it. I know God exists. I know who and what God looks like. I've already said this in my other videos. And that's the beauty in all this. That this is my life, and I get the pleasure of being chosen. I was selected, being the most courageous man on the planet, to be selected to send this message out. Ababola, Ababola, Ababola. And that is what I'm trying to do, is to let people know that I intend to bring forth heaven on earth now, as that is what my calling is to do, to bring peace, serenity, and miracles and blessings of heaven on earth right this second. And we can all do that. Collectively, we are one. There's no doubt about it, as the creation and one with God. Nobody can say otherwise. Just because man teaches dogma and then we're going to hell, we're going to fry in hell, teaching you got to tithe or you got to go to church, just because a man teaches these things does not make it so. I'm not teaching anyone, and I don't want you to listen to me or take my word for it. I want you to go ground and you figure it out for yourself. Like I said, if you gaze at the sun, you will be enlightened, enlightened mind. The sun, when it goes into your eyes, it absorbs into the pineal gland, it decalcifies that. When you're grounded, it will release all inflammation and it will heal your body. Why are so many Christians, they have back problems, back pains, you name all of the different disorders, mental diseases and things like that. They're calling on Jesus, they're praying to Jesus for healing. I don't care who it is. Most of the time, if you don't change what your lifestyle is, what you put in your body, that is what matters. So there's a only physical aspect, okay? Because I've been healed. I feel happier. I'm more healthy. I'm more energetic. Today, okay, are you saying I pray to Satan and Satan blesses me? It's just like people who are Buddhist or atheist in other countries or Satanists. Are you saying God blesses them with health or even wealth? See, it doesn't make sense, because there are healthy people all around the world that are pagans or atheists. I am not under any title man can make. You can't call me pagan, atheist, Satanist. I don't believe in any of it. I don't believe in Satan or the devil. You can't make me believe in these things man has created and formed. Just because they've got us used to believing these titles, these words, these labels, and these churches, organizations, culture, I don't have to be a part of any of it. That's pretty much where I'm at with all of this. So getting back on topic, on track here, Lynette was going live. We're going to go, I'm trying to pull her up. Let's see if she's up. I don't know if she went live. There she is. Let's see. A minute ago it says. I kind of got off track with that. But again, that's another thing, is it's great that God is there and no man can tell him that he's not real. I've never said once that God's not real. God is a man-made construct or word anyways. For an idea of some man in the clouds or the sky or something like that, there's an actual entity like a waterfall that's real and that created everything. And that is God that they're writing about in these allegorical motifs.
I realize that a lot of things are happening in this 3D world that are continually bombarding our brains with worldly stinking thinking. And therefore it is being a little bit harder and harder for people to get out of their own way and to step outside of their own arena to look inside. Remember, we discussed that in a few videos now. It's been a few months ago, in which I was speaking about stepping outside and viewing the situation down below. And I understand that it is somewhat hard. It's very simple, but it's not easy to do the task that I'm asking you all to do. Because I've been there. I've been through all of these experiences. Well, not every single one, but I've been through a lot of experiences. And a lot of you know the experiences that I have been going through over the past year. And I am very grateful, very thankful. Hello, hello, hello. How are you, my friends? How are you? So good to see you on here. Who is on here? Because it's got to glare. Eric the Earthman plot is on here. Hear it for the man. Eric the Earthman. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so when we step outside of our arena, we can look and observe the situation. Now, I have been caught up in the 3D world several times as I am teaching you all to step outside of the arena. But I realize and I understand that whenever you are speaking to people in this 3D, the here and now world, you are speaking to the physical beings right now, that it is very convoluted, and we get wrapped up into the tangled web that everything has been deceived. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when we practice to deceive. Not that everybody is practicing to deceive, but it's a world of deception. It's a world of illusion. Just think of this as an illusion. It really is a pure illusion. And the faster you embrace that it's an illusion, the faster that you embrace that you're living only in the now, and that the past is right now, and that the future is right now. They are all coexisting right here simultaneously. And we have the power to change the future. And you all know this. You have to know this, that you have the power to change the future, because if you made decision A, this future is going to happen. If you made decision B, this future is going to happen, which is all happening right here and now. Therefore, if we have the power to change what is going to happen in the so-called future, then we have the power within us, within you, to change what we think has happened in the so-called past. Are you following me? I've discussed this on several videos, that the past is actually now. We have the ability, we have the power within us to go back and change the certain things that we think, because we have convoluted memories of what situations happened in the past. Again, am I saying that we bring the dead back to life? Absolutely not. I am not saying that. The dead are not dead. They are still alive and thriving. They are just not manifested right here in our physical 3D world, because they have crossed over to another world that's amazing and wonderful. But what I am telling you is that it is very, very possible. It does take energy on your part. It does take mind work. It takes a lot of mind work, because we have been so conditioned with this worldly stinking thinking that there's only a certain way to do things. There's only a certain way in and a certain way out. And of course, everybody has their different branches and vines to go in and out and weave all over the place. But as long as you stay within the parameters of the laws, of the man-made laws and the man-made time clock, then that is how it's to be done. Well, guess what? Newsflash, everybody. These are man-made laws that are easily broken. They get broken all the time, hey? They get changed and rearranged. But the universal laws, now that's a different story. They are never broken. They are never changing. They never compromise. They never have bias. They never have judgment. They never have prejudice. The universal laws are the laws. Have you ever wondered why that these people keep getting
Share her video.
blessed while these people keep getting sinistered? Have you ever wondered that? I know you have. I've wondered that in my past nows. But again, even to all of my Christian friends, you all know this in your Christian Bible, that it rains on the just and the unjust. So just because Joe Blow is getting all the blessings and Sally Mae is getting nothing, but she's doing a world of goodness for all of the world, well, did you ever stop and think that it's in the way that you present yourself? It's in the way that you speak to yourself in the universe? I am not saying that Sally Mae has caused all.
Well, I guess our internet has kind of been messed up lately, and so I will leave a link in the description for her video.
For destruction, you know, it takes a lot of different tangled ways.
I'll leave a link. It's right here. This is the one video that she's in. So Lynette, if you're watching this, I am leading people to your message now. Well, let me see. I'll play you right now.
They can do all of this, and they can manifest all of the richness. They can manifest travel. They can manifest just, you know, just about anything that their inner self desires. Who says that you are any less than them? We are all created equal. We are all beings. We may have a different flesh that we live under, but our spirit is all the same. All of our blood runs red, and we all have water in our bodies. So we are made up of more like atoms than you ever realize. And together, all of our conscious creations, all of our consciousness is energy. It is one energy. So therefore, if Joe Blow can create all of this wealth and all of this magnificent, how do you pronounce that word? Magnificent. In his reality, then why is it that you are unable, or Sally Mae is unable to do that? It's because of what you've been conditioned with the worldly thinking. And I tell you this with all honesty, because over these past 8 months, and over all of these trials and errors and all of my deeper soul diving and me stepping into the darkest night of my soul that I have ever been in, let me tell you, it takes a toll on you. It does. But, you know, I thank the universe for the dark night of the soul. I thank the universe for all of these roller coaster rides going all over the place. I thank the universe and God for everything that's been going on, the lessons and the blessings, because guess what? Now I can project onto you. I can literally show you. I can teach you. I can help you manifest to your heart's desires, because I have been through these experiences. And I have also been practicing on myself and on my classmates and on my friends about the power of mental communication, the power of manifesting.
So there's that. I'm going to read this real quick so I'm going to go eat. Internet is really messed up around here, and we're just kind of slagging like behind, so I apologize. Might go on 4G or something like that. Might help it. I don't know. Okay, so there's that. We're going to read this one real quick. Check out Lynette. I'm going to put her link in the video description below as well. Okay. So, we can agree that some fruits, this is what I was saying, the question was, can we agree that some fruits and veggies are not alkaline, right? Well, I would, but I'd have to say they are not real fruits and veggies. The fruit is described as fruit because it carries angstroms, which are the only source of angstroms in biophoton electrical energy. The Kirlian photography machine shows you fruit are electrical and meats are not so much. So, in the same sense, if an apple does not have electrical energy, life bioavailability within it, as a real, true, organic, wild-crafted, heirloom, natural apple, then it is conventionally grown with chemicals such as fertilizer granules, and the trees also are what they consume. So they are toxic chemical produce or products, since they will be dead produce, and that means that they are not naturally what they were intended to be in nature. to be, making them something else other than fruit. So this is why they are either pre-ripened or over-ripened with ETO ethylene glycol sprays, determine such things as even certified organic so-called fruits and even vegetables and nuts. So that is just nothing in the Western world, which is actual fruits, veggies, and nuts. There's nothing. When it comes down to it. So they're either conventionally genetically engineered or genetically modified, which in other nations, a lot of them, they don't even know what that is. So we're really in a tough bind in time. This is the greatest solution in time to actually take your stuff, pack up, and leave the nation, go somewhere where it's natural. We weren't even intended to be in places that are colder like this. We are tropical creatures, and we've been divided into different subsects called continents. So, all are one and the same, and sometimes certified organic are not the best quality. You can learn more about that if you look up hashtag Divine12Chart. Okay, I do seminars 1 through 12 series. 9 and 12 are the most important regarding this subject. You can go to facebook.com/TheKazweh and go to the videos section to watch the series. You can watch them all here. I actually have the playlist right here on this picture. Okay, which is in the link below in this video. So I've done videos on this. If you go to YouTube, a video, something like how to afford organic produce in the American Great Depression Recession, and type in plot palm trees or Eric Plot, you'll see a video that talks about this. Back in 2012, I did exclusive video trying to explain this. Did a video on Dr. Sebi that clarifies his message that's usually completely misconstrued. So no, actually, any real plants that were created by the aurora borealis, the black sun, which is the green emerald plasma energy that makes all life in its scarcity become abundant green life, and hence we scientifically can call this electrical or alkaline energy, which means it can absorb and dissimulate these electrical vibrations in real foods and attract it and carry it to the entire body. This is why carbon, iron, and copper, B12 in your body and your lifestyle is very necessary for all carrying of the minerals from the soil and B12, which combust together like a straw to suck up into the water and have your body, in your body, along with oxygen and air, which comes from the god, black sun, diELECTRIfied magnetic energy, which is all life in it. Then the B12 and iron work together with carbon to act as a fueling system for the brain, which is electrified by the absorption of copper, which are all found in moringa. This is why it's known to activate the brain, which will reverse all mental disorders and can help reverse diseases associated with the brain. Okay? So pretty much what you're going here is moringa has all B12, iron, copper, carbon, which is life in it, okay? And the food we eat doesn't have that. So if you don't have that, you're not absorbing minerals, which is the only thing that is food. So if you're eating these things like this that are not even real, a real coconut, okay, it's junk to the body. Your body throws it away. If you get conventional strawberries, cherries, tomatoes, you name it, you're actually not doing any good to the body. This is why some people say, my friend was vegan and they got cancer and they died of cancer at 90 years old. That's funny. But it's true. They say that, and I've heard people say that. And I'm like, well, first of all, they lived a pretty long life, but regardless, they live 15 years longer, 8 times stronger in fighting cancer, and 4 times more sexually active, which I can contest to that myself personally. No diagram for that. But I will say there's absolutely no doubt more plant energy that you consume that's organic, you will not have cancer, okay? That's how they got you. The system's got you by the guts, literally. Because when you consume things that are conventional, like iceberg lettuce or junk lettuce and spinach, it's all conventional or genetically engineered, tomatoes and, papaya, avocado, cheaper stuff that, it's found in Walmart, pretty much I've evaluated the entire store. There's nothing that's really fit for human consumption. It's not quality. It's not therefore have or carry any minerals. That's why when you eat the grapes, I had grapes that were conventional. They tasted terrible. There's no sweetness. There's no doubt why a kid would not want to eat fruits or veggies or nuts even, because it's not even good. Even if the watermelon's sweet, it's got no seeds. When you genetically engineer something, by the way, you pull it out. So you're pulling the DNA of the watermelon that produces the seeds, which takes away a lot of the development of that watermelon. It no longer is a whole food watermelon. So if you genetically modify something, you're actually putting something in. So there's a difference. If you like spider genes or fish genes, that's why it's more offensive and way more screwed up. We're playing God in our own God world, which, would make sense, but we are altering nature, which is kind of breaking the rules, some sort of a code. Okay? Yes, we created everything. We are the creators, God. In our subconscious, we created all this matrix. One day you'll see that. And we are living the conscious purgatory, which means we are purging into heaven. Okay? We are evolving like a metamorphosis in a cocoon or chrysalis into a butterfly or a moth, however you want to look at that, into the next side, the flip side. So when you die, you don't actually die, you begin. You're going to have your wings one day, okay? You will see what I'm saying is true. So you don't need to freak out, live in fear. Oh my God, I'm sinning, or living in a fiery brimstone and damnation. If I don't live this way, you're going to hell. Or Satan's misleading you and he's confusing you, or he's misleading you to some sort of a, Shiloh, Hades, hell, lifestyle, or limbo. Okay, we're somewhat caught up in limbo when we are actually in an adversarial moment, when we're in some trials and tribulations. We then are tested, and those testing moments, which seem like hell, I need my money, and all this stuff. I wrote a good write-up on how you don't need money and you don't need these things, that your higher conscious and subconscious self did not create your reality or matrix for having money, because maybe it knew you wouldn't handle it well, or it might kill you. That's not even your purpose. Your purpose is to purge and Tory. We all have a different story. We have a different fingerprint. It is going to create a different reality for all of us. When we return to our singularity down in the inner earth, we all come back to the white light through the prism. We are in the purging, the prism, or prison. So when the white light hits the, like you see in Pink Floyd, the pyramid, okay, the white light hits that prism, and then it changes into a bunch of light. That's the world we're living in. The sun is that light hitting on the prism of this, somewhat of a ethereal glass dome, and inside of it, the prison, we are living and developing, and on the other side, we will be the light we return to. Okay? This is all going to make sense one day, and I will see you on the flip side. Many people will not agree with me, but it doesn't matter. I'm in this reality matrix, and I am prophesizing the future, just like every other prophet in the ancient times has done. This is nothing new under the sun. I'm just another one that they'll write a book about and misconstrue and make me like another Jesus, just like they did with Jesus. Okay, it's the same thing. You can call on the black sun to destroy Rome, and that's what I've done. I've called on the black sun to do another great reset, cry out to the great rift, and cause a great flood, a great destruction, a removal of all these things. So it's a great healing moment to be alive right now. It's about to happen, 12/21/19. Okay, so electrical flow that happens, the alkaline source of your body, the positive electrical flow in your body, so gets ruined. Okay, so look, let's just read this again. The good news. So your brain works when you got copper, carbon, B12. These are man-made words we can call life, electrical minerals, and nutrients that help, and antioxidants that help activate the brain, which helps orchestrate the entirety of your whole body, all your organs and everything. So good news is Moringa K has all those above and more. If you don't have those basic ATP energy builders with alkaline sources, then you will cancel out the positive electron. Okay, it likes to try to kick me off. I got back on. So again, it likes to your ATP builders, the alkaline. So this is why Chantel said that. She said something about not all foods, veggies are alkaline. She's absolutely perfectly correct. But not all fruits, veggies, and nuts are real. So that means they're not fruits, veggies, and nuts. Real fruits, veggies, and nuts are all alkaline because by their own essence of their name, they are supposed to be alkaline, which when you are what you eat, you consume in your body, your blood becomes alkaline, and it corrects the impurities in your water or blood by being alkaline. It zaps it out. It removes it. Okay, that's what your body in healthy state does. That's what builds up your immune system. The little bacteria, immune critters, the biophoton enzymes, and gastrointestinal flora, gut flora, that help digest and break down everything and then carry things throughout the body. You notice how everything only works together with the right fuel. Okay, fruits, veggies, and nuts. We are absolutely 100% frugivores, and we can eat plants on the side. Okay, fruits are the produce of trees the aurora borealis created for us. That's why it's a big rainbow of different fruits, and that's what we're supposed to consume. We are never supposed to have killed an animal flesh and consume dead, rotten flesh and blood. No matter how much you think you like it, your taste buds have acquired a taste with all the herbs, salts, peppers, seasonings that you put on, these animals. It's still a curse to you, and that's the cause of effect. It causes atherosclerosis, causes obesity, it causes discomfort to the brain and body and inflammation, you name it. Okay? That's just what it is. It's going to take you to meds. Meat, eggs, and dairy spell med. Meds are meat, eggs, and dairy. It's going to always make you sick to your stomach, no matter what. You cannot be healthy consuming these things. Go ahead and try to eat it long term, and don't tell me if you don't get the illnesses and diseases that 99% of all Americans who consume those things obtain in their lifetime. Okay? Everyone's sick, and it's because of meat, dairy, and eggs. There's no doubt about it. Whether it's processed or quality or grass-fed, it does not matter. I've worked with a lot of people. I've worked with people who only eat deer meat, who eat free-range and grass-fed. Some of those people are actually the sickest, and if you watch my other videos, I talk about why that is. I've scientifically proved why that is. The majority is not what you think, okay? As far as eating good meat, there is no such thing. Just like there's no such thing as acidic fruits, veggies, or nuts. They're not called fruits, veggies, and nuts then, unless they are what? Alkaline or electrical, just like a battery, okay? But get this, when you can put sugar on your fruits, veggies, or nuts, or ranch, or dressing, okay, it kills or cancels out the positive electrical flow in your body, okay? Such as sugar, gluten, animal, eggs, dairy, it all cancels out your electrical impulses. Actually, medication and other things is why people feel depressed, okay? Anxiety, depression, they just feel bipolarness, okay? Because it cancels it out and it causes your brain to therefore be acidic. A lot of people are in a mid-grade fever state, an acidic, canceled out, zombified state, and I'm telling you why right here. It's meat, dairy, and eggs. It's medication. It's sugar. It's high fructose. It's unnatural things. It's gluten. It is processed stuff, okay? That is why you feel bad or sick. Go out, gaze at the sun, and go barefoot. It'll correct all your problems. That's what made these fruits in the beginning, in the first place. Okay, that's what angstroms are. You can directly get this ether energy of angstroms or light energy by gazing at the sun. Your eyes are very special because it absorbs that radiation plasma energy. And the same at night with the black sun when you're grounded. It's more grounding at night. That's why you're supposed to sleep on the ground, outside. We are nature creatures. Okay? So, again, it cancels all this out. The electrical impulses or cryptic plasma black sun superpowers. We will make this fun and see more as you consume mainly just real high quality fruits. Okay? Since you are mainly a frugivore, then you attract the radiation power energy of the sun. That's why when you eat fruits and watermelons and honeydew, you love it. It tastes good. It makes you feel good. If it's organic, if it's naturally grown, if it's not grown with chemicals and granules or genetically engineered, it makes you feel good. It tastes good. It's sweet. It's because it has minerals from good soil. Like I said, America does not have good soil anymore, so most likely you're not going to get very many good things unless you know how to correct the soil like I do, or certain gardener, farmers, sustainable permacultural horticulturists know how to do. If you feed your garden moringa, you can get the minerals in it. It's going to be so good, rich, powerful, emerald, gold, and green. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay, we got to find back where I was reading here. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you share this about... I don't know too many people talking about ANStROMs today. Okay, well, that's popping up. We'll return talking. I'm going to show you. Here's the science of it right here. Okay, that's the ANStROMs I'm talking about. That's the diELectromagnetic energy, the energy of an apple using the Curlian photography. Photography. The energy of food, going a step beyond nutrition, calories, vitamins. When you eat food that's picked fresh from nature, you eat it without cooking or processing it. High in electromagnetic energy, that's the black sun energy, comes from the aurora borealis. Okay, that's what you're supposed to be consuming, just like that energy that's outside. We're not supposed to be boxed up in caves or prisons and things like this. Okay, the body, then the food is transferred to the body into the cells. You feed the cells. Okay, that was Dr. Morse, ND, nutritional doctor. What we consider to be nutrients in food are not actual nourishment. Our true sentience is the life force of the food itself. And foods with the most intense life-enhancing energy are those that come from plants and trees. It's about energy. This is the age of super space fuel and atomic power, hydrogen, alternate energies, and more. Yet, people are suffering from energy crisis. They are consistently fatigued. They have tension, anxiety, disease, and depression. Despite the fascination with fad diets and energy foods, modern man has lost the formula for fundamental physical vitality. People seem to vary between complete disregard for what they eat and a fanatical obsession with proteins, vitamins, minerals, and calories, which none of those supplements that are dead on a shelf will actually correct. I've never heard of anyone taking those things saying, oh yeah, my vitamin levels, my iron levels, my calcium levels, my B12 levels are regulated. The doctor said so. I have never seen it. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but if you don't get these things from plant sources that are live, rich, biophotomically, enzymatically bioavailable, and assimilable to the body's cells, and through minerals and copper, B12, iron, okay? If you don't have those things, then you can't absorb it. So eating protein supplements or shakes and stuff like that, meat, dairy, and eggs, you're not going to constitute any type of live proteins or amino acids that are actually what you need. Okay, vitamins, no, that's live food. That only comes from, again, live ANStROMs, which come from fruits, veggies, and nuts. As you see here, it has electrical energy. Okay, if I show you what meat looks like or a bad water system, there you go. Wait, hold on. There you go. It's dead. This is before, this is after. Before, after. This is a cooked tomato. It's actually like a GMO tomato is completely dead, almost. Raw tomato is full of energy. Okay, cooked broccoli, dead. Raw broccoli, full of life and energy. When you cook these things, and people say, oh, but the nutrition on broccoli, Eric, is a lot higher. No, okay? No, the protein and things like that may increase, but that does not mean you can assimilate it properly to the body's DNA. So you're not going to look good physically. If you do not consume raw fruits, veggies, and nuts, you're doing it wrong. Just like here's polluted water. Which, remember, moringa seeds actually purify all impurities in the water. So you have an ANStROM electromagnetic energy units here, by the way. Meat is right here. I just want to show you. 3,000. That's where meat is. Dead or cooked, however you want to look at it. When it's cooked, it even goes lower. The body, as a human, we need 5,000 to 6,000 units of energy. Okay? Guess what fruits, veggies, and nuts offer? Mainly, let's just say fruits. Fruits is 8,000 to 10,000 ANStROMs. 8,000 to 10,000. So the more fruits you consume, the more your body is going to have all the energy that is required to go through the human day. Whether you're slaving at a 9-to-5 job or not, you might want to consume more organic, fresh fruits. That's why when I was working very strenuous, hard work in factories, and actually a moving job, very heavy equipment, refrigerators, stoves, all kinds of stuff, I was consuming a whole bundle of bananas. Okay, and things like that, bananas, apples, nuts, as much as I could during break, while other people, no offense to them, they were smoking cigarettes and consuming beer, believe it or not. Yes, on the job, drinking and smoking away. That, and then adding coffee and other stimulants, and that's just going to age you, that's going to cause bloat, gout, obesity, diabetes, cancer, heart disease, atherosclerosis, you name it. Now, veggies had about 6,000 to 8,000, I think 6,000 to 7,000 ANStROMs, so it's still very good. Or some of them are even lower. As you get to conventional genetically engineered, you get really low to the point where it's almost dead with life, just like this polluted water. It's actually going to make you sick. It's going to make you acidic. See, anything that's lower than what's required is going to pull you to the acidic side. The acidic side is where you're getting closer to going back to heaven or death or 0 point. And that's where you're going, back to the black sun, which I would say if you want to live life and enjoy while you're here and go back to through the sun, the conscious divine light energy route, going to heaven, you'd want to be more alkaline or electrical, biophotonically energized. Okay, you can energize from alkaline water, and I'm not saying alkalized machines. Okay, I'm talking about spring water. Okay, these plants have the electrical energy coming from nature, the black sun. This is why so many people try, the elite in general, that have you created in your conscious realm, that are the negative static or sharks in the world, the Masonic madmen, the Khazarian plot, and Zionist Jews, those people have created a diversity in this world to make you sick, to make you decrepit, to make you reliant on them. This is why they want you to read or write or, buy their book, their information, believe their philosophy. I don't want anyone to follow me. I don't want you to get my book or buy my whatever, whatever it is. Maybe purchase my moringa, which is electrically ANStROM bioavailable. That would be great because we grow it right. We do not use cleaning solutions, ETOs, chemicals, no GMO, no fertilizers or chemicals. It's all natural, neglected in nature, just like this butterfly. You let the butterfly go. You don't trap it and try to make a conventional version of it, genetically engineer it. If you do that, you're going to have a different product. It's not going to be life because it didn't come from the aurora borealis. This life comes from the inner earth life energy. This is the electromagnetic diELectric energy. And look at the two exchanges between the two fingers. When your fingers are meeting, you ever feel that tingling? I know I do with my fingers, and I meditate. I feel the diELectric energy. I feel tingling in my feet. And Kathy, I'm glad you brought up Kangen water. I'm going to brief on it. I really don't want to talk about it too much because I could go on a whole segment on Kangen water system. I actually have a post about it. If I could pull it up, if you type in Kangen water system, Eric Plott, I talk about alkalinity and acidity and diluted water. I've talked about distilled water. There's a lot of opinions. My thought profess, because thought professing means I'm going to profess what my thoughts are. It's not my opinion. It's not any belief system, whatever. Don't hold you to it or health disclaimer or anything like that. Okay, the truth is this water right here, which we harvest from the springs and we feed our plant, spring water from the Smoky Mountains, is way better because it's not a false reading. I'm going to tell you what's going on with Kangen water system. Kangen water system, just like any water system on this planet, okay, is a false electrosis reading. Just like you could have a false positive, say you go into a urinalysis test, and hi Kathy, nice to see you here. I appreciate you popping in. And that you injured, awesome question, that the Kangen water system is a false, not a diELectric reading. It's an electrosis reading. It's a false positive, just like if someone gave their urine and they had a false positive for methamphetamines, but they don't use methamphetamines or cocaine, and they don't use it. It's a false reading. Okay, so just like the water system that they show a pH of 11, oh, you always have 11 and all this stuff, it's a false reading. Because they're splitting these molecules in the water to have a false reading. If you check that water, set it down for 45 minutes, an hour, come back, it's not going to have a reading of 11 pH. There's no water that can be like that. You're better off drinking a bunch of coconut water. It comes from nature, raw, the live coconut, the real live water from nature. I would suggest key lime water would be 1,000,000 times better than any Kangen water system or any water system that actually exists on this planet. Nothing is better than aurora borealis. Nothing is better than nature itself. Go to findaspring.com. Findaspring.com. Put in your zip code or your state. It'll tell you the nearest spring that you can go to, and I suggest getting some glass jugs, like from the apple cider jugs, or from, if you have those Knutson, if you do those glass jugs, and harvesting the water, or just going and staying in the river or staying by these springs. I've stayed up there for weeks on end. You could stay up there for months. That's where you're supposed to be. That's where your skin, your hair, your nails, it's going to be much better. Actually, you can live off healing waters. We are made up of a composite of mainly water, air, oxygen is what we consume, which comes from the aurora borealis, Mount Meru, the inner earth, okay, of Shambhala. God, the creator, is the black sun, which gives us the diELectric energy and all this stuff that creates the aurora borealis, which actually is the chlorophyll. It's the green energy. We see the emerald green kingdom, okay, of the aurora. That's why they call it Queen Aurora. The elites know about this. Hitler knew about it. That's why he took over Mount Meru. That's what the swastika is, because the 4 crossings that you see on the swastika is actually how, kind of like this thing behind me, it's like a cross, and it goes this way, and it goes that way, and that way. That's what creates and forms wind. The diELectric energy is what creates whirlpools and all this toroidal field, this energy we feel. That is going to God. Okay, so going back to the electrosis process of a machine is made by man trying to manipulate the pH or electrical entity, the alkalinity, electrical entity, absorption of the pH of this water, okay? Because alkalinity is coming from all plants, like I just showed you. Let me show you again. Trying to flip the screen. Okay. Yes, Kathy. Hey. I'm going to read the rest of this, and also don't forget to read my other one. Oh, yeah, and check out Lynette. There she is. She's live here on this video, and then she's live here. I'm going to post her, tag her, or I might just post it. The heck with this. Okay, don't forget, we're going to read him, Professor Arnold Etret, talking about how fruits can actually unclog bowels. Green fruit regenerates the bowels. Okay, we're going to go into that. Well, I really don't want to discourage you. I feel bad now, Kathy, because your friend was wanting you to buy a Kangen water machine. I'm just going to tell you, like, I'm just going to be real with you no matter what, okay? You can try the Kangen water machine. I'm not saying that there's not some sort of a benefit to it. I'm not saying it doesn't have a good water filtration system or reverse osmosis or a water softener, okay? But you would be better off harvesting rainwater, okay? Distilled water from nature. Okay, that would be one of the best things. It's electrically got negative ions. That's what clears everything out in nature. That's why you have better breathing, things like that. Okay, if you ate coconuts, lemon, or key lime, okay, that has a high alkalinity, electrical biophotons. They are electromagnetic energies. Okay, like let me show you another picture. We have these. Okay. This is microwave. When a microwave comes on, look what it does to the water. So anything that is electrical, what it's going to do is affect the water in a negative way. So I don't know. I'd have to check with this machine what Kangen water system would actually be like. And I would suggest before you purchase it, maybe you could try that. Crystals in the water. Yeah, crystals gives it energy as well because crystals have infinite energy. I have a selenite crystal somewhere around here if I got it, and I put it in my water. I'm a believer in the science in Russian shugnite. I have raw shugnite, but this is a shugnite as well. See here, you can see that. That's shugnite. That also blocks Wi-Fi, EMF waves, and things like that, smart meter. I don't need that, though, because I do connect with the black sun, which if you have a connection with the black sun, it's just like this, okay? So look up the black sun. It's a real aurora energy. The more you gaze at the sun, you're getting that plasma energy. It's in your eyes. It's all through your body. You become electrical. You actually don't need any of these things. And really, food is overrated, especially these type of foods that you think you need. Pasteurized milk, alcohol, cooked meat, sausage, refined white sugars, bleach flour, coffee, tea, chocolate, jams, cheese. A lot of this stuff is cultural. It's habitual. You're habit-forming things that you consume and think are good. I don't even think they're good. You cook bacon and meat in front of me. A lot of these things, I can't even stomach the smell. Eggs, honey, cooked fish, peanut oil, wine, okay, all these things. Now, look, the mature fruits have 8,000 to 10,000 ANStROMs, okay? The mature ones are more mineral rich and alive. So that's what I suggest. Raw, fresh, vegetables. It's 8,000 to 9,000 and 8,000 to 10,000 on that scale I showed you. I just told you that on that scale. So that is electrical things that you can absorb, the alkalinity. So like I'm getting at here is you're better off getting your alkaline water from raw, fresh fruits, veggies, and nuts that are raw, not cooked. Good for you. They're electrical. Okay. Yes, the microwave ruins it. Cooking it ruins it. Anything that is not natural, like what you find out in the jungle, out in nature, if it's altered, man-made, processed, synthetic in any way, it's going to be bad for you. And so, yeah, that's just how it goes. It's life. It's an electromagnetic life. And I hope I'm not discouraging or swaying you away from getting a Kangen water. Maybe do a little more research. You can go look it up. There's many other people who probably are agreeing with me. I did a post on it. It was phenomenal. I know friends that sell it and people who share it with other friends and people. And I'm just going to tell you, if you don't have a good water system, it's better than tap water. I would say it has to be. Potentially, it's better than, heated, polluted water. What was that water? Polluted water. It's better than polluted water. Like I said, I go out where they've tested the water, the springs. Like I said, go to findaspring.com. Go and check that water. It may take some work to get, but I'm telling you, your health and everything will completely change. It'll be so much better. I use even soil off the ground. I bathe in the soil that's like in the rivers, the mud. you're connected with Mother Earth, Gaia, nature. It just so is a different world you can live. So this is the first time anyone's really talked about angstroms, I think, of the electromagnetic energy and tied it to the black sun, which I just proved to you in this video over here. Check that out again. Let me see if I'll pull it up.
Christ, that black resting light.
That's
and its partner, eternal and conjugal, is magnetism, white light. And white light is the parent of electrical light, which is all the 7 colors that are born from white light. And the first 2 are the twins, red and blue, and red shift, blue shift. And then from red shift, blue shift, you get the rainbow, which is red shift, blue shift, when you look at it properly. And you can see there, that's the twin child. The rainbow is the twin child in 7. It's a septenary, or an octave, but it's a twin because it's red shift, blue shift, which is born of white light, which is the 1/2 of the 2 lights, black and white light.
Perhaps this is why in the stories of Shambhala, Mount Meru is called the White Shining Mountain.
Okay, you can watch the rest of that. It's a lot of agreement what I'm saying. There is an inner Earth. If you see that picture, that's kind of how your Earth really is. It's more of a flat plane. It's infinite in space. There's a toroidal field that's going in the inner Earth, and that's what causes the sun and the black sun in the center. The moon over here is this diELectric energy that goes into the center of the Earth. There's a Merkaba that goes up. Whether anybody believes that or they believe science and NASA, they've been brainwashed their whole life to believe. It's very serious that everybody believes that same thing. It doesn't matter, because when we die, we don't die. We're going to snap into that Shambhala. We're going to go to the other side, and that's going to be that. Then you will see I was right all along. And I'll see you on the flip side. That's my only statement. I'm not trying to convince anybody. I don't really care. My message and goal is right now, and my purpose, to tell people, like a preacher or minister the truth, right this moment while I'm here on Earth. Because when we die, we're all going over to there on the flip side. If we're alkaline, if we're acidic, I don't know. We might just recycle back into something else. Who knows what? But the truth is, you want to be on the good side. It's just like this apple. There's a black hole in the center. There's 2 toroidal sides that go around, just like this. This is much like Earth, the apple. It's pretty interesting how it looks like that. So anyway, I'm tying in the black sun, which if you're interested in more on the black sun, go and check out my Epicesys on this fan page. It's called Epicesys of Ababola. We'd love to see you there. If you like what my information is about the real science of the black sun, check that out. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad you don't believe in NASA. Kudos to you, because NASA even means deception, and it's cool. A lot of people are starting to wake up. Kathy, that's great. It's pretty cool stuff. Let me see. Okay, I think I'm going to read the rest of this. I had the one I was reading. This one, we might read him. And then this one, I'm going to pick back up where I was at. Okay. High quality fruits, plasma energy. So there's that plasma black energy. Can you explain C60 to me real quick? Just I don't remember that one. I know that means 36, which is 9. So it's something completion, something that's either bad or good in the world. 69, because C is 3 and 6, so that's 9. Anything man-made like that, I can probably, like I said earlier, anything man-made, is definitely synthetic. It's not going to be good for you, the body, and just about everything man-made in the Masonic world. I told them if they give me $12 trillion in gold, $12 trillion in silver, $12 trillion in platinum, $12 trillion in copper, and $12 trillion in platinum, gold, silver, copper, $12 trillion in my mother's bank account, $12 trillion in bitcoins, I will correct all the world's problems. I have a solution for everything, and it is the black sun. And I'm offering this to see if they actually do it. And this is going out to the royal blue bloods, the royal monarchy. I'm claiming them because when the black sun comes and does a great reset, I'm going to take all of it over anyway, because I was the one man to actually stand up, step up, and fight it. So, okay, that's what I thought, carbon molecule. And I just said that about carbon. Actually, let me mention it. Let me mention that, because I just said right here, you might have just missed it. So this is an interesting thing about carbon. 6 electron, 6 neutron, 6 proton as well. 666, that is making up us. Okay, the carbon, B12, iron, and copper work together to carry out minerals and foods to our brain. Once our brain is activated, it can actually orchestrate. So it has to cross over a blood barrier to get to our brain, which is electrical, like a circuit board on a computer. Okay. Now, moringa, this is good news about our moringa, is one of the few, ours has been tested. We have the highest quality moringa, and that's because what we feed the soil, it actually creates that. We don't add any chemicals or cleaning solutions and things like that. So when you're consuming our moringa, it has B12, carbon, iron. The other moringa that's store-bought, unfortunately, it's all hybridized. Just about everything is hybridized. They use cleaning solutions and things like that. So the B12 with congruence of the iron, carbon, okay, and copper, they all work together to carry this to the brain, right? And the absorption of the minerals and the amino acids and the antioxidants helps use the anti-inflammatories. It activates the brain, it reverses all mental disorders, and it can help reverse disease and association with anything with the brain, like, mental disorders, bipolar, you name it. And so Moringa K has all of those and more. So it actually helps absorb the 98 nutrients, the 48 antioxidants, 38 anti-inflammatories, omega-3, 6, and 9, B12, it's got 25 times more iron than spinach. You'd be better off just getting a moringa. If you feel insignificant, not, it's superior as you feel, or feel inferior in your health, your homeostasis isn't right, or something off in your circadian rhythm, meaning you can't sleep. Moringa helps all that. Moringa has melatonin. Watch hashtag Divine12 chart. I explain why everybody needs to be on moringa, why our moringa is number one, it's the highest quality, and really why you should be on our moringa, and how all moringa is hybridized or sprayed, as well as all fruits, veggies, and nuts, even certified organic. You're in a really tight mind situation. People are all, oh, I'm a health advocate and all this and that, and oh, I'm going to eat this good life, diet, whatever. You're not. You're missing out on too many things spiritually, mainly because you're slaving 9 to 5. You're in a slave mentality world. So there's not much you can do. The only solution is actually leave this country, flee to the mountains, and live off the land. I've already talked about this in my Epicesy of Ababola. Like I said, if they don't allow me to correct the destruction this broken system has created by the Masonic 12 33rd degree, which is your Masonic madmen, your Kazwians. They have names, they have address. I don't hold back. I'm the absolute true truth. This is why it rings a bell. This is why it makes sense. I'm not holding back for anyone. They can't harm me. They can't kill me. Ababola, 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 the black sun, which is the great Ababubu. I am the Kazweh. I am the Kazweh. EGP. They can't stop me. They can't harm me. They can't lay a hand on my finger. They can't poison me. They can't harm my friends or my family. They can't put toxins in my way. I don't create it in my subconscious. It doesn't come into my conscious. I don't allow it. That's how much you are God. You create this matrix. It's so much deeper than you can imagine. Why do you think the Kabbalists worship the black sun? The Jesuits worship the black sun. It's the nameless one. It's the one in the inner earth. It's because it is so real. It's the creator of everything, all the green energy. So you consume it, you become it. And so if you create through your subconscious what you want to see, you feel God the creator, you allow it. Feel that connection. You feel it, you hear the hippocampus, the two sides of your brain connect. You'll hear a ringing in your ears. That connection is great. Keep going with it. Meditate on that. Okay? Allow it, feel it. Raise it up, ascend it. Breathe in the air. Back down. After that, visualize your reality. Visualize what you need or want. Visualize these buildings, these skyscrapers, these roads. They're destroying my earth, destroying my lands, destroying my animals, destroying and harming the children with vaccines and poisonings. You're harming the future generation by doing so, and nobody's standing up and saying anything or doing anything about it, not visualizing a solution. We ourselves consciously allow these things to destroy our children, our land, and our animals. And I'm not going to have it anymore. It's not going to happen. Because this day, I say, they will be destroyed. They will be removed by the black sun, Sophia, the inner earth, goddess Aurora Borealis. That is the creator of all. Okay? No matter what anyone thinks about it, it's that diELectric vital energy. Not gravity, it's the thing that holds us together. Okay? We are all connected. When you realize that, visualize what you need, what you want in your subconscious. It's like a psychiatrist sitting there on a canvas. He's artistically drawing what's going to happen in 5 seconds, in 5 minutes, in 5 hours, 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 years from now. That is you. You are God. You are one with that creator. You created everything and everyone, including yourself. Everyone is a part of your matrix demiurge that you created. Even negative people, adversaries, devil, imps, Satan, that is a part of your adversary within you created. Let go of it. You are one singularity. There is no duality. All of nature, everywhere you've ever been and everywhere in general, is just. It is just. That is the justice, knowing that there is no right or wrong. It just is. You could say, oh, but evil people are sacrificing children, eating them, and they're parasitically destroying the planet. Eric, what are we going to do? You can't do anything about that. You are not going to save. We are in a matrix demiurge. You're not going to save Johnny over here who's about to ready to kill himself. You can be and offer your ear and listen to him. You can offer moringa. You can try to help that way. But essentially, you have to connect. You have to visualize what you want and need. You, as an individual, have to know you are God and beyond God. God is just a man-made construct word. All words, titles, labels are all man-made. Belief systems, religion, organizations, culture, laws, they do not exist. They are man-made constructs or cages you've created and you abide by through fear. Then guilt if you don't follow it. Which then by that you create your own matrix off of that illusion of fear. Okay, let it all go. Again, singularity. Everything is just. You are God. If you choose it, you want it, then manifest it by what? Subconsciously connecting with that psychiatrist, artist that's drawing everything in a canvas every 5 seconds later, 5 minutes, 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 years from now. When you visualize it, the more you visualize something, write it down if you must. Write it. This is a picture from earlier, by the way. If you didn't tune in and watch the beginning, I talk more about this. In the Epicesy of Ababola, I thought profess all these things too. And I prophesize and I do many other things. Epic prophecies, you will see. It's beyond any astrology, any man-made gurus. I'm not a guru. I'm not your teacher. I don't want a following. I'm nothing. I am my own God, beyond God. I'm a human person, thought professor, nothing more, nothing less. I am the TheKazweh. Ababola, 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 the black sun baby. That's who I am. Connected with the inner earth, Abba Boo Boo. Whether you believe that or not, it doesn't matter. For me, I create my own matrix and I form every manifestation of good, protection, luck, power, miracles. And I'm going to portray that and bring it from me and my heart, the home, the center, which is the heart is. Home is where the heart is. I'm connecting it from me and I'm going to send it out to you. Ababola. So we know, allow it. Feel it, visualize, or see it. See what you want. Write it down. I've got a book over here that shows you. I know what these words are. They use a number system which they use to enslave you. I've already talked about this. This, I created the logos. They mean something to me. Okay? They're visuals. I know what they mean. The more I recognize and never forget it, the more I can allow it, feel it, and visualize their structure, their infrastructure being removed. Imagine a bank, Walmart, and all these things destroying everything. All these things that are evil, right? Visualize it, and now remove it. Picture it disappearing, because that's what's going to happen anyway. The black sun's about to zap all this stuff out, okay? And we're going to be back to Mother Nature again here shortly, okay? Like that stuff right there, that fruit behind me, that art, okay? Imagine if I painted that, and then that's what I wanted. I see that artwork in the canvas, 5 minutes, 5 seconds, 5 weeks, 5 days, and 5 years from now, okay? And it happens. So you create it, you manifest it through your own subconscious mind. If you allow it, feel it, see it, visualize what you want. Now this is the most important ingredient. Know it. I'm not saying have faith in it. I'm not saying hope for it. I'm telling you that you have a magical power that goes beyond any words that I'm conveying. It's your intentions, what you visualize, what you allow, what you feel. Now I know it. I know I can create this picture. I can produce that painting. If you keep visualizing it, one way, shape, or form, it's going to come into existence. Okay? And that, in a sense, when you talk about dreams or astral projections or any of this other stuff, okay, I am God. I am the black sun, baby. I'm connected with the creator of the universe. I am the creator of the universe. And so are you. We are all interconnected. So when you're talking about this dream world, which they call subconscious, that's another man-made title. It's the inner sun, black sun, conscious. Shus, meaning like science, mind, mentos, ment. Con, like control. It is something that constricts. It is something to box up. So when you think of conscious, it's not something that you can box up. So it's like oxymoron in a sense. It's a sun conscious, but it's a sun inner reality, matrix, that we create a matrix out here. Okay, there is an inner thing that is a wild wonder world, like Alice in Wonderland is what that's about. Alice in Wonderland, she read what she wanted to convey in the inner hollow earth, the wonder world. So she is Alice. Alice, the word Alice means truth. Hence the word Aurora, Alice. Alice was bored with life in her conscious. She started to sing things about rabbits having homes and talking and time and all this stuff. So she actually fell asleep and she fell into the rabbit hole, which is the black spinning hole we're all going to go back to, and to the inner earth. This inner hollow earth, which we're all going back to, is where she went, which is a spontaneous wonder world. Nothing makes sense. It's very strange and odd. So when you're talking about dreams, actually that is reality. That's where all creation happens. We are stuck in Sophia's world. Sophia is the black sun. She created all this. It's a divine feminine energy that created all things. They are hiding this from us. They don't want us to know that. So they give us the Bible and God and Yahweh. And then they say, oh my God, they don't even mention Lilith. Lilith is the depiction of the anthropomorphized black sun. They took her out of the Bible. They gave us Eve, which is evil. She is the moon, Luna. She is the equal of the other woman, Lilith. Lilith is the black sun, okay? And Adam is man. And then Yahweh is it's supposed to be the depiction of Saturn or Saturnalia. It's always been depicted on. Allah. Allah and Saturn is Satan. They're all the same people. Why? Because they're gods that demand that you worship them. That's the enslavement god. Anyone that's demanding you enslave or you worship them and left in fear and guilt if you don't worship them, that's the same enslavement god that's been around for ages. Odin and Thor, his son, who freed him from that, Hercules, Jesus, which is Jupiter, which is the sun or soul. His mother, Marie, is Luna, the moon. Marie, moon. Okay, she's the goddess, the moon, Luna. God, Yahweh, Chronos, time, Saturnalia, okay, who's eating his son. He is time, okay? Saturn is time. It's a construct made by man to keep you constricted in this thing called time. So you got to go to work. You're constantly working 24/7. You're always working. You're a slave to this man-made construct system. It's a conscious matrix. Demiurge. Elohim. Elohim is the demiurge. The demiurge that you think you need to pay tithes to be holy, to go to heaven. You have to believe in God or Jesus existed. He is the Son. So for God so loved the world. So Saturn or black sun so loved the world. He gave his only Son that whoever believes in him will have everlasting life. And walked on the water. The sun walks on the water every day. Okay, this man did not exist as a real, literal person or creature. Okay, it's allegorical astrotheology. I can prove that based on the names and the symbols. If you can read the symbols, you understand the book is a slave manual. It's a sun god slave manual. So I've talked in that in all my videos. Go watch my playlist. I've way too much on that, but I can't talk about it here because it will go on forever. We are all interconnected, yes, discovering these things, and you're saying it totally makes sense. It makes sense, Kathy, because we are connected and we are one, and what I'm saying is not a lie. If I was lying and blowing smoke up your ass and full of shit, then you would turn me off and you'd say, it doesn't make sense. Everybody that's watched me knows I make sense because I am God from the inner earth and you are God. And we are all one of God. Imagine this, if you don't want to believe that, because God is a made-up word anyway. It's a construct to get us more enslaved than ever. Imagine the blood cells in my body, okay? I just went and gave plasma. I love it. I love giving plasma. I love doing anything to help people in this matrix. And that's going to reflect back to me, just like anything good that you do is going to reflect back to you. You're going to think you're a good person. You're going to feel good about it, and you're only you're going to reflect or bring in good into your matrix. Okay. Blood is your DNA. It reflects who you are. Your nose, your eyes, your hair, your skin, your nails, all this stuff, right? DNA is your blood. It's in your body. If we didn't have it, we wouldn't be alive. It's our life blood, right? Life is blood. So, just like the blood in our body, we are like the blood in God's body. And this eye is like the earth we live on. The black sun is like that pupil. So really, the black sun looks like this pupil in my eye. Okay? That's the black sun right there. That. And we live on a flat earth with this dome. And there's two toroidal fields. There's an inner and there's a above. As is above, or actually really, it should be said like this. As is below becomes the above. Okay, so I'll see you in the flip side. Okay, the inner earth, there's a toroidal. I can show you the pictures and all that. I have it all on the Epicesy of Ebola if you're really interested in this. And yes, religion is a form of control through dogma and bias. You're absolutely right. The dogma, if you spell it backwards, am God. Okay, I am God. I am God dogma. Okay, what it is, it's another I am God faith. One God faith. Dogma, okay? And dog backwards is God, because it's a man-made construct, inner and outer, reverse, and the other way. This is why I said the 33rd degree and people are not going to help me will be turned into dogs for not helping when they could. See, the elite hear me and they know I could help save this planet. I am the solution. If they gave me $12 trillion in gold, silver, platinum, and copper, $12 trillion in Bitcoin, and in my mother's bank account, I would sincerely go to Detroit, or go to Rhode Island, go to Seattle, Washington, and help save the people who are drug addicted, poor and homeless on the streets. I'd go door to door and get 50 tons of moringa. I would help everybody get healthy and off drugs and off medication again. I have a whole plan to correct all the water system, because moringa seeds happens to purify all water impurities in the water system. I'm not playing around. I actually mean this. I am stopping at nothing in this matrix demiurge in this lifetime to help save the entire universe. I am Israel. I am your Messiah. I am your Savior that the Israel they're looking for. I will be crowned the King of Israel. Why is that? Because I have connected with the black sun. I've made it so. How do you make it so? You make it so by writing it into existence. Visualize it. Know it. I will be crowned the King of the Jews. What will that depict? Well, that depicts that me will rule the earth. Well, what will that do? Then, if I'm the king and ruler of this planet, I can actually do something. I will end all wars. There's no doubt about it. It'd be easy as wars ended. Bam. Done. Make me the president. I'm calling you out, Trump. There's no doubt about it. Federal Reserve, gone. Everybody's debt swiped away clean. We could live in a sustainable permaculture where everybody can live off the land, live for free, and everything could be free. We can just end this money system. That's going to be gone. We'll go to a Bitcoin system, and everybody will have infinite money. I've already talked about this. Go watch my Epicesy videos. On my playlist on YouTube, however you want to look at it. We're actually manifesting these things. I am manifesting these things. So it'd be great if you came along and I had your support. But again, I'm not looking for followers or any of that. We have a Moringa tribe, the 13th dynasty, and we have the Moringa Cryptic Kingdom, and that's what's going to correct all this. We're going to have Moringa in the skies with the Aurora Borealis. It's going to correct all of the pollution in the sky. The radiation will be zapped out. The electromagnetic diELectric energy, which comes from the center of the Earth, and the Aurora Borealis is created out of that. It can correct all of these things. It can heal it like this. You think we can destroy this planet? Impossible. Completely impossible. Mother Earth, Gaia, the Black Sun, Aurora Borealis, these man-made words, these are all titles, the labels. The reality is much bigger than that. These things can completely shake us off like a bad case of fleas, right? Or parasites. And that's what the Saturnalia is, by the way, the god they worship, Kronos, time, Luna. These are parasite gods or occults, okay? I'm not saying the sun or the moon, and Saturn are evil or gods. No, they use these constructive things that are physical. Anthropomorphize means to take something in nature and make a book or god out of it. So they've taken the sun, for instance, anthropomorphized it into a god, and they called it Jesus or the sun god, right? You worship him because you've been told he's the Messiah. He died for your sins. He's so great, and we need to love him. Don't ever talk bad about the Holy Spirit. You'll be damned to hell, damnation, and for all eternity be, in hell and brimstone, fire and brimstone. No, man-made nonsense, utter rubbish, bullshit. Okay, that's all there is to it. I have no fear of denying the Holy Spirit. It's a man-made lie, deceptive, plagiarized belief system that came from ancient Egypt, the Kemites, my Sumerian Aryan ancestors. It's the same story. It's called the greatest story ever told. And today, it's referred to me, as the greatest story ever sold. I'm not trying to, convince any of you all to leave your religion, your belief system. That's on you. It really is. For me, I'm fuller, happier, more full, healthier, to let go of all that fear, regret, shame, just let it all go. It's all fake, man-made jargon. It is not real. Yes, I tell you, promote organic fruits, veggies, and nuts. Consume as much of that as you can. Those are produce of the trees Aurora Borealis created for us. Queen Aurora made all that. That's that Aurora Borealis and the Northern Lights. That is the creator. That energy, they know when Indians, natives, the indigenous people, when they would look over to the Northern Lights or the Aurora Borealis, they would be healed quicker. They knew if they gazed at it that their body had fuller, more energy. Why is that? There's an magnetic energy. It's called diELectric. It's not gravity. Gravity doesn't exist. What you're confusing it with is called diElectromagnetic energy. I'm going to teach you all something today. I'm going to get your work today. I'm just going to show you guys what it is. I need 1 second. Oh shoot, I never flipped it. Okay. Okay, it's like the diElectric current, okay? And then the di going two ways. There's, electromagnetic. This is what I keep saying. This is like what if you were to scientifically say it, okay? And then plasma energy, that is the aurora, the borealis, A borealis, okay? Now, this aurora borealis that you see, and that's kind of like all swiggly in the skies, that's green, that green energy, okay, is that plasma cryptic energy. And when you have gazing at the sun all day, and then you go at night and you're grounded, you have a complete connection with God, the creator, okay? So there's really the two creators, that's why you got the two eyes. And then there's Mercury and the moon, which are kind of like, other suns. So there's really 4 suns in the sky. You can look up 2 suns in the sky, and you'll know, they have it on the news. There's Mercury, and then there's Sol, the sun, Ra, okay? There's an inner Earth sun called the black sun, okay? But the black sun is actually a sun behind that sun. You can go look this stuff up. It is backed up. It's going to come out anyway, and that's what I'm kind of telling the whole world about, is the truth, the absolute truth. Or our creator, there's no one that is more powerful, endless energy than the black sun. The black sun is the yellow or white or the red sun, okay? So if you were to look at it some way, I'm going to show you. I have a picture, and I have all my videos, but you're on this video right now. You're probably not going to go, and you're not going to actually go look up any of this stuff, but nor do you have the time being a slave, but at least you're hearing it now from me here. As I said, we're on a more flat plane, right? But there's an inner Earth, and there's like this tree of life here, which is the green energy. Again, the aurora borealis seeps out of this in the northern lights. That's your electromagnetic energy, okay? It comes out of that. This is what has been referred to as the tree of life, okay? They say it's the Garden of Eden or Mount Meru. Shambhala is the inner Earth. And guess what? There's a black sun here. And with the black sun, it is what creates all the dark energy, okay? the electromagnetic energy. It's also known as the invisible sun. It is below. Science knows, and they've proved that it exists, and they made up some bullcrap named gravity that holds things down. It's actually the black sun, and it's holding things up, because the reality is our real world is up here. Okay? And you're going to know this, and you're going to see on the flip side. When we die, we evolve into a nice, beautiful butterfly, which this is my terrible little drawing of a butterfly. But in this world, we're a chrysalis to that world. So we're hanging here, and we're evolving or metamorphosizing over here with just like everything that metamorphosizes in this world. The sun. The sun gives energy that produces things off of a tree. Well, in a sense, we're on a tree too, just like the butterfly or the catalyst, a cocoon to the moth. We are sitting on this tree of life, which all creation came from, but it comes from an inner earth, which is Mount Meru. It's where all compasses point to. It points to north. All compasses point to the heart or the home is. And actually, we're going in. So we're like on this bowl, and there's above, it's like that. It's like a cosmic egg in a sense. Now, this is not made up. This is not bullshit. It's not some sci-fi movie trailer, I don't know, film. This is your real reality. And people need to wake up and realize this. This is actually real. This is how they used to teach people, too. This is synchronism. Ancient times, they all knew this. This is nothing new under the sun. Okay? So when we die, there is no death. We go to the next matrix. Then it's like, all right, next we're going. Once you go through 1 through 9, there's only 9 numbers in this world, in this nature, by the way. There's nothing higher than 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because 10 is actually 1. It goes back, and I can prove that, the alphabet. See, and this is why the Masons, Knights Templar, they said, how did you figure this out? The black sun has interpreted all this energy, this information or energy or memories to me. That's how I figured it out. That's why at first they wanted to kill me, and then they couldn't kill me. They tried, they attempted. Nope, because what I subconsciously created down here was my Epicesy. See, Epicesy, and you can do this too. I wrote a whole book, and I read it to you guys live, of what they can and cannot do to me. I've put curses and spells, whatever you want to call it, out there to the black sun. When people say the universe, they're really referring to the black sun. There's no energy, and really it's the nameless one. You can't call it anything, but I've seen it. It's a big black sphere, and it's in the below. I've seen in my prophecies, like I said, in my visions, I said it in the other one, I've seen the black sun come up and blanket the sky, okay, just like this, black in the sky. And it was a big black sphere. There's no doubt about it. It moves really creepy, very eerie. It just kind of floats along very aimlessly, spontaneous almost, with this lifeless, full of life energy. It's so powerful, but it acts like it's a hollow helium balloon. It just acts like it's no big deal, aimlessly floating. It's the divine feminine energy. Yes, this is more female. The soul or sun over here, that was over here, is the more masculine. This is the sacred masculine. This is the divine feminine. God created both male and female. In its image, it created both and saw that it was good. Okay? He, she, Elohim, no matter what in Hebrew, Elohim is him, male, and female gods. Okay? There's no two ways about this. That's how it is. So when the black sun just blanketed the skies, I'll never forget it, but there were buildings and all this stuff, banks, and all of it, Walmart, malls, you name it. There were little black comets that came out of nowhere. And they didn't destroy things like fire and brimstone like we see in the movies and apocalyptic, whatever, okay, like 2012, everything falling apart. The black sun actually just hit things like the buildings and made them remove, just zapped them out of existence, okay? That is the power of the black sun. It is like what we hear about in the Bible and many other things. God is so powerful, Brahma, whatever. It's so powerful we can't understand it. Well, the thing about it is the power, we can understand it because we are a part of that power. It's what makes our heart beat. It is us. We are one with it. So you can't say, oh, you don't understand God, it's smarter than you. Well, maybe to explain it, but that's how magical it is. If you opened your mind, let go of all dogma, all bias, all belief systems, everything you've ever been taught, science, all this crap. We live in more of a fairy tale, Harry Potter magic world than you could ever imagine. Just let go of all the man-made titles, labels, the words, semantics. These labels often are enslaving us. Think of the vibrations. Think of the intentions. Think of the visuals of what you want. That is the most important thing. And not your words, okay? Words that have no visual imagination are dead. Words, or not even words, but symbols, just like I showed you that book, my book over here, okay? These symbols that have intentional meanings and vibrations of intentions and actual visualization behind it, okay? That has merit. Because now if I allow what I'm thinking and I put it down to merit, okay, that is going to be the thing that is going to manifest in this matrix reality. I create it. You ever thought of something, or you said something in the morning and later in the day it happened, or you created it, or rendezvous, or a deja vu from your sleep? That's why people say, oh, my sleeps, I see this, and can you interpret my dreams? No, stop asking people to interpret things. You manifest it. You are God. Don't bow down to this black sun either. You are the black sun. Use the energy. Make it bow down to you. You are God. Stop this whole wimpy attitude or whatever. I shouldn't even be telling you this. See, and that's what the elite do. They don't even tell you this. Kabbalists don't teach you it. They keep it secret and they make it an occult. Because the same energy I'm telling you about, the same power, can be used for good as well as it can be used for bad. Okay? There is no such thing as good or bad. Like I said, nature is just. Even if you did the most heinous and evil thing on the planet, it doesn't even matter. Okay? You may think it does. Oh my God, that's terrible. Whatever. Well, it's just. It's part of nature. Okay? The tree falls down. It's dead. Now, if you kill a bunch of trees, I don't agree with it because that's the Aurora Borealis. That's the creator. That's me. So when you do that to me, I'm offended. Yes, I'm pissed. I am the creator because I am all that is good and divine. Okay? You can be divine too. You don't have to be this slave horse, 9-to-5 working human, or this humble servant to some God that doesn't exist. Okay? Oh, someone just posted on the below before, oh, I know God exists and is real, Eric. I said the same thing back to her. If you watched the beginning of this video, I said, I know God exists too. Okay? But it's much bigger than the God of the Bible or religion. Okay? Way bigger. Okay? Can you imagine? I tell you what, Niagara Falls, which is Mother Earth, Black Sun, the creator, is more of a real God than Yahweh, the God of the Bible, or any God that's written in a book. All you have in the book is a written gods and stuff like that. Now, I'm going to tell you something. The elite who are in the Black Sun occult, that is a totally different thing. That's a totally different, that's an organization made by Nazis, and they are, you want to know who the Illuminati are and what their real name is? The Illuminati, okay, get this. I always said for years, I've been trying to research this and go down the rabbit hole. Who are the Illuminati? What's their name? If they had a name, I always said they would surely not tell you, and you would never know. Me and you would never know the Illuminati's name, the real name. It's not Illuminati. Guess what? When I figured out their real name was the Order of the Black Sun occult, I lost all 6 of my Facebook accounts, my fan pages, my Vimeo account of 233 videos, 11 years worth of work, gone. All right? Not only that, 800 videos from all those different accounts, gone. All I talked about was the Black Sun, and you know I've exposed stuff for years, truth, conspiracy theories, it's all bullshit. YouTube's become the new church and religion. David Icke and Alex Jonesy, all these CIA agents, they're provocateur shills, they're Zupa Troopers, shill keepers, and gatekeeping information, and they're giving you half-truths. Why? So they keep you in a circle by their every whims and words in a spiral, get you spun out, okay, and distracted from what? Figuring out that you are your own God, quit your day job, quit your bills, quit paying your debt, quit paying all of it, quit paying everything. Go back to nature. Go back to Mother Earth. She has everything you need. You don't need anything else. You don't need money. You don't need any of it. I'm telling you, you ground, gaze at the sun, you got everything you freaking need, okay? Empower yourself. You are God. Create it in your head. Use this. This is your magic, the kingdom. That's the above, okay, in your head. That's where I can break down Matthew 6 for you. Give us this day our daily bread. That's the milk and honey in the brain. That's DMT. Don't have sex. Don't orgasm. I'm going on a 30-day. Don't want to do that. Don't ejaculate. None of it. You build DMT in your brain, okay, and chemicals in your brain. when you do not live carnally on the first chakra or your genitalia. And I said that in the beginning. I broke down how you actually are an asshole. You were born an asshole. You were born and you brought into a brain was the last thing. You looked like a little reptilian sperm. I break that down. And that's why when you activate your chakras, you start from the bottom, the genitalia, you go up to the brain and back down. The 33rd degrees are the 33 actual, what do they call that? Parts of the spine. Does anybody, 33 vertebrae, okay? And that electrical energy goes to the brain, the pineal gland, it releases the DMT. That's the milk and honey. So when it said that in the Bible, it says, give us our day, this daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Okay, that's the trespasses. That's going up and down. Lead us not into temptation. So when you have guilt or fear, that's why religion, they tell you don't sin. They try to leave you in guilt and fear. Okay, why do they do that? Because you will not activate the pineal gland, the third eye. So it completely eliminates you from connecting to Mother Earth, God, the creator of the universe, whatever, the black sun, better yet. Okay, fear and guilt and shame. Let go of all the regret. Just let it go. There is no such thing as sin. There's no God that's going to condemn you. There is no judgment. Plain and simple. I don't care which way you want to slice it. You don't believe me? I'll see you on the flip side, and you will know this. Every single person will know this. All I'm doing is preaching the facts, the absolute true truth. Okay? So it's going to happen one way, shape, or form. Okay? So give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses. We forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation. So that's also, orgasm, eating bad food, wine. That will cancel out. Even sugar. Your electrical energy impulse. When you're grounded and you're gazing at the sun, you're living a righteous life. Okay? That's all you got to do. There's nothing else on this planet you should be doing. No other purpose. Gazing at the sun, eyes to the sun, absorbing that energy. Grounded. You got to be grounded. It's not going to work. Your feet have to be barefoot. Barefoot. No socks, no shoes. Barefoot to the earth. I've done videos. I've explained this a million times. You know my message. Gaze at the sun. Gaze at the sun. Earth. Grounded to the black sun. Okay, you get an electromagnetic energy. All your back pain and inflammation, gone. All your energy you were lacking, now you've got it. Okay, you hear me out? This is the cure for everything. This is the sun, the soul. That's why it's called SOL, soul, which is 9. 9 is divine and completion. We're almost there. 1 plus 1, which is you, is 10, which is God. When you become 1 with 9, the completion, you become 1 with God. You are God. You created everything. That's what the sun is. It's creating this matrix reality. You are light. You're a light being, right? In this matrix. So where are you? In the prism or the prison of life. You are purgatory. That is purging or evolving to your other side. That's your story or Tori. Tori is your tail. So it's your purged Tori, your purged tail. This is the story of your life. Purging, evolving to the next other side. Okay, so again, give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses. We forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil, which means the ones that are in our mind that we're taking away our freedom. Evil means to take away freedom. Did you know that? That's all it means. There's no evil people. There's no evil. No. Quit blaming people. Shut up. Sit down. You ground. You gaze. That is freedom. That's all you need to be doing. Don't blame other people for taking, taxes and you got laws. No, you don't. You're creating a matrix in your own head, constricting yourself in a cage, and you're saying, there's laws, I can't speed. I better have my seatbelt on. That is in your head. You've created a matrix demiurge, okay? You created the fear, okay? Let go of it. There is no laws. Man-made laws are a lie. But Eric, you get pulled over, you get arrested. Forget about it. Who cares? They're going to arrest you, put you in a prison thing where you can go gaze and meditate to the black sun and get more connected and change things in your head that will change this matrix reality. I don't think they want you arrested. You know what they want you doing? They want you working 9 to 5, distracted, spun out, watching YouTube videos, watching David Icke and conspiracy theories, going down rabbit holes. I just told you what to do. Gaze and ground to the earth. Yeah, eat fruits, veggies, and nuts. You're supposed to be free. You're supposed to be evolving. You're purging to the next world. None of this matters. It's all meaningless matrix. So, no, there is no evil other than what you are fighting in your own head. That's the evil you've taken away from yourself, because you, again, are God. And I mean that in the fullest sense. You're not only God, you're beyond God. You are the writer, publisher of this entire existence. This is why they don't want me to tell you this, because if everybody started doing this, we would actually change the matrix reality of this existence. I'm doing it myself, one man, just like Gandhi. Nonviolence, peace, serenity, gazing, and meditative grounding to the earth. You can change all of this existence. I'm not playing. Go test me. Do it. But don't just say, oh, it's an on and off switch. Oh, I did my grounding and I did my gazing and I manifested this. I drew this. I allowed it. I visualized it. I felt it. And I knew it. But Eric, none of it happened. You've got to wait until the light turns on. Okay? Everything in life is a life process. It's a Fibonacci, fib of no chi, chaotic. Okay? Even if you call on God or you are God, doesn't mean God can just snap a tree into existence. See, this is the problem. They trained us to believe God just made everything in 7 days and zapped it into existence. No, it evolved. Possibly over millions of years, the black sun had created all these different things. From its subconscious, it's a genius, brilliant, beyond genius, and intellectual mind. It's the most brilliant thing on the planet. It's you. It's what's in your eyes. You ever heard the eyes are the windows of your soul? We are going back to singularity. Singularity. And the only way to get there is through solidarity. Solitude. Being alone. Being connected. Being one. Connected to the earth. Grounded. Gazing at the sun. Gazing at the sun. I'm going to look at the light here. This is a man-made light. It's the fake light, right? Man made it. We created a reflection of light. Tesla did that. Did you know Tesla was connected just like me? Just like what we're talking about? He was also connected, grounded. He was an electrical baby because he was connected to the electromagnetic energies. How he figured out how to make the light bulb. And thousands of countless other electronic products. Which, again, ethics has not kept up with technology. But that's a whole other subject that I already talked about downtown to the people. Live downtown. Okay, go check that one out later. If you want, I don't even care. But the information is golden nuggets, because what I'm telling you here is all you gotta do is gaze and ground and then visualize, allow it, feel it, and accept it, see it. But yes, know it, keep remembering it and recognize it. That's why I did this. I recognize every day when I do these videos, I am the black sun baby. I am the TheKazweh. I am Abubola, the Abububa, the black sun. Epicesy. I know it and I keep repeating it. I don't need to repeat it. It's going to happen. I continue to manifest bigger things the more I visualize it and know what I'm doing and what I'm saying is a vibration that's right now changing the planet. By you listening, you're absorbing this information that I got from the sun today, and now you can cultivate it, and I hope to God you go do something about it, because it will change the entire existence of your life. You are God. I love you. I am God. Me is we. We are me. Together, I am you, and you is I. We are one. Together, we are God. No matter what, this is not a false philosophy of teaching, a new age. This is ancient. This is knowing. This is the facts. This is the absolute true truth of life. You can't change it. They've known it for millions of years. When you let go of all the dogma, this is how I know I'm right. Let go of all the dogma, religion, bias, unlearn everything you've been taught. Do not be afraid to question what you believe. Do not be afraid to question what you were taught to believe. Let go of it all. It's hard, I know. For 2 years I was depressed when I lost my best friend named Jesus Christ. I then realized I am Jesus Christ. It is an allegorical depiction, a self-induced view of my own self. I'm giving all my power up to a middleman that does not even exist. Even if the man historically, archaeologically existed, it does not matter or merit me, because I am Jesus. I am Krishna. I am Buddha. We all are. We're all one. When you understand that, nobody can change you. Nobody can hinder your view. Nobody can budge you. Nobody can bend you. Nobody can compromise you. No matter what. You can't harm me. You can't kill me. There ain't a damn thing you can do to me. I am not living in fear. You're not going to scare me. With your views, your human philosophies, your man-made laws and viewpoints. This is the one message they do not want to get out, however. Why is that? It's the strongest single message that only matters. This is the only message that actually exists today that actually matters. And on the flip side, you're going to realize that it's not some biblical televangelistic jubilee or some sort of revelation, whatever they call that, where there's a spiritual revelation in the church. That's just bringing people into the church and making a bunch of money. God didn't need money. God doesn't need a church. God is you, and you are the church. Okay? That is the only real reality. Don't have faith or hope in that. Know that. Know that. Know it. Okay? So you are one with God. We are one. I am you. You are me. We are me. Okay? So you should love your neighbor. Even if you think they're evil, it's all in your head. You've created that. Now, if you show them love, maybe show them compassion, then you're going to bring that compassion in. Okay? And that's going to be the greatest thing that's going to set you apart. Okay? Well, I'm not going to go on to the whole crusade on if Jesus is real or not. I believe that for 20 years. I taught it in my ministry. I taught the whole Bible. We read it front to back in Paleo-Hebrew to English. I believed his name was Yahushua or Yeshua. Jesus didn't exist because the letter J didn't exist except 400 years ago. 1611, the letter J came out. And again, the Vatican and Caesar created the man because they wanted people to worship him as the new sun god, Jesus or Jesus. But regardless whether you think he's real or not, the only real evidence that proves that would be the Bible. So the only way you can try to prove that is in the Bible. Unfortunately, going back to the Bible would be impossible for me, taking it literal. I know it's allegorical today because of the synchronism and then the allegory, but I'm not going to get set back by any distractions today because what I'm doing right now is helping save lives, and I'm going to continue to help save millions of lives, with or without your consent or anybody's consent for that matter. I have a mission here today, a purpose, to help save the planet and bring forth heaven, serenity, and peace on earth, no matter what. Stop harming my people, stop harming my land, stop harming my animals. Dua, dua, dua. That's all there is to it. You know, and one way or another, you're going to be cursed with your own cause and effect. You can continue to live that way. That's going to be the cause and effect. You know, I don't take any drugs. I don't take DMT. DMT is produced naturally in the brain. You do it naturally. You connect with the sun. That decalcifies the pineal gland. Please watch this video because I'm repeating myself now. We've been through this, so if you could watch that, you know, that would be great. The pineal gland, like pine cone, it's produced on a tree, but it's secreted, and that's where I was getting at. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as it art in heaven, as it is in heaven, and as it is on earth. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, and the glory, the body, forever, because we're not going to die. And then guess what they say? Amen Rahu. Amen. Amen Rahu is the black sun. They bow their head to the subconscious. Amen. Why do they do that? Again, proving my point. They are praying to Amen Rahu. Okay? I've already saved millions and billions because I am the black sun, the sun, Ra above. We are all one, and we're going back to Shambhala. So it doesn't matter. Everybody's saved. You can't save everybody. But physically, while I'm here, I'm going to attempt with Moringa, like if you watch the beginning of this video. It doesn't matter. We're all returning to the inner hollow earth, Shambhala, Nirvana, heaven. It doesn't matter. Like I said, I'll see you on the flip side when we're there. We all die. We go back there. Okay? This is why they descend right now, sending negative, whatever. It's not Saturn, no. It's completely different. Saturnalia is evil. It's a man-made construct of time. Time does not exist. Saturn doesn't exist, or Saturnalia, which is Yahweh, which is Allah, which is every other god that's tens of thousands of names. Okay? Saturn or Satan, okay, is not real. Demons are not real. Angels are not real. All that stuff is man-made construct. People can argue all they want. The people, though, who are listening, who want this information, that is who you're taking the distraction from. Like I said, we are sitting, gazing, and see, anybody that's a static or negative energy, what they're doing is they're trying to take you from your message or your divine, you know, connection, you could say that, positive. There's the positive and the negative. Like I said, the black sun is the negative energy, the diELectric magnetic energy that's in the center or the inner earth. It is the black sun, the subconscious, the sub-inner conscious. That makes, when you pray to it or you ask the power of the vril from the energy, the plasma energy that comes out of the aurora borealis or the black hole and creates the aurora borealis that created all this stuff, the green energy, that is the connection. So anything you have subconsciously, you want, your intentions, you ask the black sun, the power. You are one with the black sun, the creator, Mother Earth, Gaia. That is the creator. Okay, essentially it created everything. Naturally, there is no one that created it either. Like did the hen hatch the egg or the egg hatch the, God first, whatever that is. No, God is simultaneously created itself, and out of itself it created itself. It's both just is. There's no one created the other first. They are simultaneously, they just are, no matter what. So it is deep and it's simplex. Like a lot of people want to make Mother Earth, Mother Nature so complicated and confusing, like a nasty crack whore stripper or something. She's not difficult. She's a very simple gal. Okay, Mother Earth is a very simple gal. What the thing is, people need to understand with technology, there are certain limitations in nature that when we cross that limitation, there begins to be a cause and effect to those limitations. For instance, if you put a bunch of oil in the ocean, you're going to pollute it and you're going to kill other animals, my animals that are my creation, your creation. This is our oceans. These are our rivers. We shouldn't be taxed. There's no house. You can't buy a house. You can't buy land. My indigenous people knew that. The Cherokees, the Indians, they're not Indians. That's ridiculous. But regardless, they knew you can't put a flag up and claim this soil is your own. All of nature is part of us. We are our Mother Earth, and the inner earth is here to come. It's about to occur, and when it happens, it's going to happen. It's going to remove all this, and it's going to shake us off, the bad off, like a bad case of fleas. All these buildings will be removed by the black sun. Ababola, 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 Ababubu, the black sun. By visualizing, allowing, knowing, and feeling that energy, recognizing it, never forget it, now let it go. Bam. And it will manifest into existence. There's no two ways about it. I don't care how crazy it sounds. And I'm not talking about material things, because your subconscious, higher conscious self, whatever, your God self that you are, you're just the conscious being that can walk around and do things, does not want millions of dollars. That's not going to make you happy. That's not going to fulfill your purpose. That's not going to take you anywhere. So if you keep asking to manifest these things, your higher self is going to say, nope, that's not what I need. What I need is the earth, nature. What I want is these situations in life to purge my story, my tale, meaning to sharpen me, live life. That's why people are so depressed, unhappy, they don't know what to do with themselves or their life. Like I said, go outside and gaze at the sun and ground barefoot. That's your only existence, that's your only purpose, that's your only fulfillment in life. It feels so wonderful to be out there and do that, grounded. It's just like everything makes sense. After the first 5-10 minutes, your whole life meaning, you'll be given like a little golden nugget, spiritual chocolate. Each time you eat it, you're like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. And it's because you know that's what you want to do. So you create what you want to do, and then it becomes what you're supposed to do, because your subconscious self already knows what's best for you, which you can call God, which many people have confused as God, and wrote a book about it, and then made everybody else follow it and create religion, and naturally the belief system became a mandatory asset along with the Torah, or the law of the land. So they actually had to follow this substruct demiurge matrix, which was created by Saturnalia, or Saturn, okay? And that's the reality. Saturn and Luna Marie is money, which is taking your third eye away. That's why it's called the one eye, money. If you look at the M and the Y at the end, that's my one. It spells money, M-Y-O-N-E, my one, okay? Now, if you look at my one, or money, you add a Y at the end, it's one eye. Okay, I. because it's the third eye. You're trading your third eye power out for money, or Mother Marie, which is Mother Mary, or Marie, or Luna. That's why they worship the moon. The moon worshippers want money. Okay, Luna Marie. Saturnalia is time, or Chronos, which is Yahweh. He's the enslavement god, and they meshed the god of war, Mars, in with this god. If you go research these ancient gods, you just see the Vatican meshed all these Greek and Roman gods together to create Yahweh, Father, the Son, which is Jupiter, or Jew, Pater, Jewish, Jesus, or Isios, the Son, Saul. Okay, he's the light of the world. He came to walk on water, like the sun walks on water every day. Okay, it heals us, because if you look at the sun, it heals all wounds. Healing, okay, the rays of light. That's why it has a halo behind it. If you look at this, the pictures of Jesus always has a sun behind him. Okay, Mother Marie, so the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. They took out the female divine feminine energy and replaced it with this thing called Shekinah glory, or the Holy Spirit, and said, oh my, it's so divine, don't dare question it, or don't deny the Holy Spirit. And if you do, you're going to hell and damnation for all eternity. Fear God. Praise Jesus. Praise be. Okay? The problem is that totalitarian belief system, we're moving out of that belief system of Pisces. That's where that belief system came from in the beginning. Okay? They know what I'm saying is true. The Satanists wrote the Bible. That's your Saturnalianists. They're Saturn worshippers. They wrote the Bible. Okay, so they know it very well. They know these ancient allegorical belief systems and myths and motifs. They tied it into the Bible. They make you worship it. So that's how you actually end up with this preconceived belief system that you're talking about. So no, it's not Saturn worship or anything like that. And then, so that's the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. And then save millions. You have to save yourself. And by force, no. You save yourself. Yes, you can. I will show you that clip again. It is right here. It's on that video. And I'm going to read the rest. Well, actually, if you want to read the rest of that, yeah, because it's a bit long. If you click the link description, go to this picture, and it'll take you to it. So that DMT that you're talking about also is alkaline, is alkalinity. It'll help release that DMT. That is the magical energy within yourself. So the more you stay celibate, you know, that's why all this stuff connects to happiness. And what's it called? The orgasm, the ejaculation, the more you hold that back, that actually is the serum in the brain that you'll be happier, believe it or not. Go 30 days, don't do it. You're going to be happier. Your body is going to actually produce more of this in your body. That's why they say if you do it, it's actually going to have health benefits to not ejaculate, or what have you, become more spiritually enlightened. I appreciate that. So you thought I was nuts, but now I'm listening. That's what I'm saying, Mary. You'd be shocked, but this information goes very, very deep. And don't think, like I said, you can throw anything at me. Read my story. Read my Epicesy. Watch my videos here on plot palm trees. I explain very meticulous things. You go to the Black Sun Baby playlist. All day long, I explain this energy. I'm not the only one saying this. There's a lot of people connecting and waking up. Right here, the Black Sun Baby. I have videos of the Black Sun. If you don't believe it exists, I can show you proof of the video of the Black Sun. If anyone wants to watch it, check it out. I also have the fan page. I'm not playing. I'm not making this stuff up. I went downtown Columbia, Missouri. Watch this one. Type in Black Sun Baby Goes Downtown on Facebook. You can watch that video. I go and I expose this stuff, and I'm to their face. Like I said, I'm calling out the royal elite monarchy to stop harming my land, stop harming my animals, stop harming my children now. Ababola, ababola, ababola. Okay? We have brought this out, and it's a Pandora's box. It's going to wake up people, and it's going to start the greatest and the biggest revolutionary love change ever on the face of this earth. Here's the Black Sun. If you don't believe it exists, you think I'm just making all this shit up, I'm going to show you what the real Black Sun looks like. Y'all ready? This is not fake. This is unedited. Okay? This is real unedited information video.